Right, are we all happy? Are we all ready to go? Shall we get started?
Happy.
Oh, the music.
Oh, music.
Right, so this campaign starts in the year 2512 Imperial calendar. A decade ago, Karl Franz of the House of Holstein-Schleswig became the Emperor of the United Empire of Man. He is the Elector Count of Reichland, or was, before he was elected as Emperor. In the 10 years since his reign began, the Empire has been beset by numerous enemies, among them greenskins, beastmen, raiders from the north, in the lands called Norska, and worse besides, lurking in the forests, and some say in the sewers. You are a group of adventurers. Your backgrounds are myriad. You have come from many different places. Some of you do not even know each other particularly well yet, but you have been travelling together for somewhere around a day to maybe 2 days. Whether some of you know each other from before then is up to you, but at the moment your paths have converged on the way towards the Coach and Horses Inn. This is a staging coach, or rather a coaching inn, where stagecoaches can be found. Stagecoaches are a staple across the Empire. They're often found, transporting various people from one location to another. Often the roads can be quite dangerous in the Empire due to the various bandits of a human nature and monsters of a monstrous nature that can be found in the forests. As a result, people tend to travel together. Stagecoaches are usually a good way to keep everyone together. They're usually well armed as well, usually well protected, and the people that drive them are usually trained in combat, at least they're supposed to be. And since many of you do not have a horse, and indeed one of you may well have a horse, but the horse has been lamed, you are currently interested in contracting one of these stagecoaches, as it is of various interests to you to reach the city of Altdorf, the capital of Reichland, and de facto the capital of the Empire. And as the 5 of you make your way towards the Coach and Horses Inn, emerging from within is an absolute racket. The front gates of the Coach and Horses Inn smash open violently as you see a man astride atop a stagecoach dressed in golden and blue livery come crashing out of the building. His horses are frothing at the mouth as he whips them. He turns the coach towards the north and starts barreling directly down the road, where some of you may indeed be stood in the way.
Can I check to see if I recognise the heraldry?
Trying to think what kind of test I would have you do for that.
I have a law heraldry skill, so...
You do? Okay, well then can you make for me a average law heraldry check, please?
Certainly. Private or public?
Public is fine.
I think I'm doing this right.
That looks like a success to me. You recognise the heraldry on the stagecoach as that of the Elector Count of Middenheim, Boris Todbringer.
Oh, cool.
However, having recognised that is all well and good, but you also have a second problem, which is that you and Kern Schneifer are currently stood directly in the way of this oncoming coach. I'd like both of you to make a challenging agility check, please. Or dexterity, if you... No, agility. Yeah, agility, please.
A dodge test or an agility test?
Agility.
And challenging, you said?
That's right.
What else, sorry? Agility?
That's right, no, you've succeeded. Quite handily, in fact.
Well...
Kent Scheifer, you're a rather dexterous man on this particular day, it seems, and you managed to dive your way nimbly out of the side of the coach. It is up to you whether you would like to attempt to get onto the coach or simply dodge out of the way. You can do either if you so wish.
I believe Kunschneifer would want nothing to do with the barreling coach heading towards him and almost running him over.
Okay,
So
you nimbly
he only
spring to the side, and you
waves his fist and curses.
You also see that the man riding the coach has a blunderbuss as well. Lorne, you've also succeeded in dodging out of the way. You crumble into the mud on the side of the road, dirtying some of your clothes, as this very large coach comes rumbling past you. "Stay off the road, you miserable peasants!" he screams as he continues charging towards the north. Evidently, a man who is very busy.
I'll stagger down the road a bit before
send an insult after him, I think.
Would I know what heads to the north of where we're at?
You anticipate that travelling north, he's probably making his way either towards Talabekland or possibly Middenland, one or the other. It's not entirely clear. He may also be going to Altdorf, potentially.
Yeah, I'm going to mutter something darkly, and then louder I'm going to say, "and the horse you rode."
I snuckle with him.
Or you want a tax collector? Oh, do I know you're a tax collector? Do we know each other? Probably not.
Could have done business before. I roam around.
as you two are giggling at each other's jokes, I'm just going to storm between you and like knock you both aside. I march towards the coaching inn.
You can see that there is another coach in the yard next to the coach house. It looks to be abandoned at the moment, or rather there's nobody riding it, although there are 2 horses currently hitched up to it. Inside the tavern itself, you can hear the warmth of muttered chatter, the smell of cooking food, and the raucous laughter of men who are probably more than a little bit drunk.
Antarius checks out the coach outside, just kind of like looking at it. If it's like a good looking coach or if it's like
Could you make for me a intelligence check, please? This will be average, as you attempt to inspect it. I'll also accept a perception test, if that's a stronger attribute for you.
So, did that man leave as if he was being chased?
He seemed to be moving at a very high speed. Wherever he was going, he wanted to get there in a hurry. Whether or not he was being chased, that's unclear.
Is it clear whether he left this coach station or a different one?
He definitely left this coach station.
I'm gonna go barging into the bar and try and like get to the bar as quickly as possible for a drink.
you said it was average?
Yes, average. Woohoo! Interesting roll. Okay. As you inspect the coach, at first glance, it looks like it's in really good condition. It seems like it's been nicely varnished, all the paint is in order. But the closer that you look at it, it seems like it's actually quite old. It looks like underneath the bright paint and the polish, the frame is starting to rot, and you can see a few woodworms wriggling around inside the woodwork.
Antarius just scowls to himself, but quietly makes his way inside the coaching tavern.
You recognize the heraldry on the side of this coach. It's the livery of Ratchet Lines, which is a very old, established stagecoach company that's been around for quite some time. You will have seen several of their coaches before on the road, either during this trip to the Empire or any other.
What was the name of the
Ratchet Lines. I'll spell it for you.
Megabus.
Do I recognise the heraldry on that as well?
Megabus, did you say?
It's just a coach service.
Yeah, it's fine for you to it's fine for you to recognise the heraldry since you recognise the other one. That's fine.
Then
Well,
I'll
I'm gonna
head
go
inside
shoving my way
and see
through
if
the
I can
bar.
find this person.
I'll be following suit inside,
Okay.
just wanting to free
I
from
assume-
the element.
I assume most of you are going to make your way inside the coaching inn, rather.
Is anyone left outside?
Well, I'm going to go get a pint, but I'm not that interested in picking fights with elector counts.
The bar room is bright and cheerful. You can smell very fine food cooking, and you can hear the laughter of the two coachmen who are drinking and joking together at the far end of the room. You can see a few other people here. There's a young woman who seems very finely dressed. She's accompanied by two others, a very large, heavily built woman, and another who is quite small and mousy looking. She's not very well dressed either. Strikes for a weird little trio, where you've got this very finely dressed woman in these lovely clothes and silks. You got this very big woman who is actually wearing some armor, and then you got this very small woman who is just kind of wearing basically a sackcloth. The other side of the bar is a very foppish-looking gentleman with a fancy hat that's got a feather in it. You notice that he's actually looking back at you as you walk inside. And as some of you might look to notice that he's staring at you, he quickly turns his eyes back down to his pint and focuses on that instead. There's a very thin man behind the bar, and a very plump innkeeper is making his way towards you with a big smile on his face. "Oh, greetings! Welcome to the Orchard Horses. Have a seat. Take this one by the fire. You'll be nice and warm. Do you want some drinks or some food? Yeah? You want some drinks? Of course you want some drinks. Have a seat, boys. Have a seat."
Thank you.
Right, where have you lot come from, then?
North.
Far from the south, my friend.
Business is not yours, but I'll kindly take something warm.
Well, that's fine. Don't mean to pry on your business. All I'm saying is that this is the best coaching inn you'll find this end of Reichland. There ain't none better. So welcome in, sit down. What am I getting for you? You having some pints? Right, let's get some pints. Turpin, pour some pints. Come on, get him some mead. Let's go.
Do you have any wine instead?
Wine? Oh, blimey.
Yes.
Herpin, go down into the cellar, see if you can find some wine for the rich fella. I think we got some of that stuff from Britonia, right down there in the back. Yeah.
Oh, Bretonian wines. Might help myself to some of that if it's going.
Well, that's going to cost you
Yeah,
2
I'm gonna
silver
be-
shillings, mate.
To be honest with you, I've started seeing a few coaching places. You really don't want the wine. Just have a beer. Have a nice time.
It's 2 silver
I think
for
I might
wine.
listen to the local.
Man's
Well,
got to
I
make
like-
his living, right? This Bretonian stuff, it's bloody expensive. Has to come all the way across the Grey Mountains. You know how many bloody greenskins live up there? I'm telling you, quite a fucking lot.
I've
At the mention
I
of
think-
greenskins, I'm gonna grab the table with my hands and kind of clench it tightly.
Oh, sorry, sir. Didn't notice you there. Sorry, didn't mean to cause offence. I know I've had your type round here before. I know what it's about. Don't worry, you won't have no problems from me.
I just look you in the eyes. Drink.
Right, drink it is. Right, you're having a beer coming right up. Herpin,
that-
let's go.
All that foreign import, no, it's not that business. I support my locals. Here, I'll have a pint of your finest.
The very thin man who was originally stood behind the bar is kind of rolled his eyes and made his way down into the cellar. He's making his way over to you. He sets down a bundle of beers that he's poured, and a single goblet of wine as well. You lot could have it on the tab. I'll collect your money later. I don't want you to think about money right now. Just want you to have a good time.
I'll nod at him and then drain my tankard in. Like I'll drink half my tankard in one gulp.
I judgmentally look at the glass of wine, inspecting it for any like dirty stains or posh marks.
You can see that there are like a few little bits of dust in the goblet. It's not really been cleaned properly. It's clearly making an attempt at being sophisticated, but it's actually just some like shoddy pewter that's not been made very well. The wine smells okay, seems alright, but
I eye the else wine to see if it is actually proper Bretonian stuff.
as far as you can tell, smelling it, it does smell like Bretonian. But how long its provenance can be traced back is up for debate, perhaps.
I pass it to the Bretonian. I say, give a taste, good man. Let me see if this is your kinsman vintage.
Oh, that's expensive stuff. I wouldn't be just passing that about.
A sip won't
Seeing
hurt
as
my
it's
thirst.
on you, elf, I would be rude to refuse, and I take a small sip. Is it Bretonian stuff? Is it good?
The wine is passable. You wouldn't say it's particularly impressive, but you could drink it and not hate yourself.
I return it to the
Whether
elf
or
and
not
say,
you could not hate yourself after paying 2 shillings to the goblet for it is another question.
I
think I'm
return
gonna
it to the
take
elf
2
and
shillings?
say,
Oh Jesus! I thought it was 2 silver for the bottle. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I return it to the elf and say, this is poor quality Bretonian stuff. You should try and get a refund on it.
I call for the bartender and wave him over.
Don't.
The innkeeper makes his way back over and he's scrubbing one of his pint glasses with his mug. Oh, hello there, sir. What can I do for you? You enjoying that wine?
Do you think to mock me with this piss that you've served me?
Excuse me, sir.
No. The ale here is really good. I'm enjoying mine, so thank you very much.
I mean, I'm gonna
Dead
count
staring there.
having a fight in an inn like this over wine. It's not a good look, boys.
Don't listen to that now, fear.
Where's the compendium?
I grab one of the beers and watch as the elf and innkeeper go at it.
You need to pay 2 silver a goblet for this piss that I could get my own path home. No.
All right. Could you make an intimidate test for me, please?
Oh, the
See if you can bully this man into giving you.
What's the challenge or difficulty?
It's gonna be an opposed test against his cool, so there isn't a modifier.
So just challenging.
Yeah, just a standard. What's his name? I think it's this one.
Ooh, God, that's not good.
Skills. How do I make an NPC roll a test? Oh, like this. Let's see. Private GM roll.
I don't think it matters much, mate.
Okay, there we go. Oh wow! Oh yeah, you really fucked it.
I fucked it.
Roll a 95 or above, Liam.
You insolent fucking knife here! You think you can come in here, into this Reichland, and tell good citizens of the Empire that their wine is swill? I'll fucking teach you something. Right, Herpin, come over here. We're gonna teach this elf some manners.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna slam my tankard down on the table and say another.
I just like kicked my leg from like the table and slide my stool away.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And I point down at the goblet. I am not paying 2 silver for this.
You'll pay 2 bloody silver for what I give you, or else you're out on your fucking arse outside in the rain.
I take a sip of my beer and smile smugly to myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of like pull Kent. Let's like give him a bit of distance for it.
Bartender, another.
Just as the scene is about to become a lot more tense, the man that had been eyeing you at the start when you first walked in, the fellow with the fancy hat, starts making his way over towards your table. Bonsoir, gentlemen. It seems there is a problem going on here. Listen, I understand that the good elf has paid for your finest Bretonian wine, oui? Yes, sir, yes he has, and he's saying that it's shit. Do not worry, I will get these gentlemen their drinks. Yes, I will cover their tab today.
Bartender, 5 more.
Yeah, I'll take another one.
Yes, indeed, by all means, let's get these men another round of drinks, oui? Let us all be friends here, mon amis.
I give a grudging nod towards the Frenchman or Bretonian.
As the bartender looks very ruffled about this, but he accepts the rather large bag of money that this Bretonian fella hands him. And as this Bretonian sits down at your table, the bartender starts making his way back towards the bar to go and pour the rest of your drinks. This Bretonian offers you all a big
Bretonnian.
smile.
I asked the Bretonian what family is he from.
Bonsoir, mon ami. My name is Philippe Descartes. I am of no great prominence, I am afraid. But I am a man of the road, and I am a man who knows much about the world of the Empire. Oui? I am well travelled. I am
You a peasant who fled their lord's lands.
I think that is a matter of perspective, mon ami.
I glare silently at him.
There is no matter. There is no importance in thinking about a man's past, oui?
So, Monsieur Dehart, what lands have you travelled?
I have come from. I come from Baston originally. I have travelled through here, through the Reichland. I have been to Middenland. I've been to Kislev. It's a very long way away. They do very good vodka, though. And what I can tell you, across all of these lands, is that men, no matter where you find them, they always care for one thing. And that thing is good money.
Money buys beer.
Oh, oui, money does buy beer, and that is why I bought it for you, mon ami. Now then, as I have brought myself into your company, I thought perhaps you could entertain me with a bit of a game, oui? I am...
Let me stop you there, man. I mean, like, you come over here with that funny kind of look, and now you're offering us money for entertainment. I don't really like
Oh,
that.
come on, ami, I know you. You are not a man who is going to say no to a card game.
I mean, I was warned about people like you.
I'll pull up my deck of cards and slam it on the table.
What is the
What's
problem
game?
here? I have bought you all drinks, I insist.
Of course.
A game won't hurt you, my friend. Let's play one. We at least owe him that for him.
I do not trust this peasant to be near my money.
Oh, come, we are far from Bretonia now, my friend. There is no need for such judgmental behavior.
My vows still hold me.
I'm tempted to. If you had me on another day, I probably could have, but maybe just one more.
I mean, how much are we talking about here?
Come now, gentlemen,
I'll
how
play
much
Bretonian.
We can gamble for as much as you please. You want to play for 8 shillings a hand, do we?
I mean, no, I don't. I never pay that back.
Oh, I see. I am dealing with men who do not have deep pockets. Okay.
I'll play a game of 8 shillings.
You will play me my game for 8 shillings? Okay. The elf has bigger balls than the rest of you.
I don't have
More
8 shillings.
I'll pay 2, but I'll pay you tomorrow.
Oh, you will pay me tomorrow? I'm sorry, sir. I cannot accept payment in advance. After all,
In
then
that
you will be
case-
in debt to me, and then what can we do, huh?
In that case, I pull out my bottle of dwarvish spirits. I'll wager this.
Ooh. Now that is a rare delicacy, mon ami. I suppose we can make an arrangement, oui? So if I win the game, I will take from you your dwarven spirit, oui? And if you are victorious in this game of chance, you shall have 4 shillings, oui?
That's fine with me.
Very good, very good. Yeah, he starts shuffling this deck with surprising dexterity and skill. Seems like he's done this quite a lot before.
I'm just watching him with his like shuffles.
Hey, you in this game then, champ?
Very well then, Mr. Assure, what is your name? I shall play with you first.
Antarius.
Very good, sir. We are going to play Blackjack. You are familiar, oui?
Of course.
Very good, very good.
I'm
Can you
keeping
make-
an eye on him in case he deals dodgy?
Yeah, I was gonna watch him as he deals the cards.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, keep an eye on him.
In that case, I'll assist Antares with his perception of the cards.
Actually, you can both make independent checks. It would be kind of hard for you to assist each other without actually, like, telling each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is that perception?
Yes, that will be a challenging perception test. Where's his sheet? There it is.
Impressive success, Antarius.
Alright. Okay, so you've done that. As far as you can tell, as he's dealing the cards, it seems like he's playing it straight. You can't really see him doing anything dodgy. Or at least if he is doing something dodgy, you haven't seen it. Antarius, can you make a opposed gambling check, please? With Mr. Philippe, who apparently has not done very well. But he's done better than you! Mon ami, it seems you have lost, but we both have very poor hands, but yours is even worse. I make you an offer, huh? How about we go all or nothing? Hmm? You want to try again?
One more round.
One more round, that is the spirit, that's what I like to see. Okay, we go again.
I'm still keeping an eye out for any dirty behaviour from Philly.
Roll a second perception test with the same difficulty.
I'll also roll as well for the perception, just to make sure.
I'll just drink my second round of ale.
As far as you're both aware, he's still playing it on the straight and narrow.
Alright. Gamble roll. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. We're starting Tron.
Antarius' uncomfortable hand of literally drawing like an ace and then a 1, and then he drew another like 8, and then he drew another ace. And he's just like, ah, shit.
Like violate at first, and then like he just like slowly loses his smile and just kind of stares in disbelief at the cards.
I had been told that there is a great and powerful artifact in Oath 1 which is meant to give you people great gifts of luck and fortune. Huh? I guess that was just a myth.
He kind of throws his purse at the Breton.
How much money do you actually possess?
3 shillings.
You hand over these 3 shillings and Philippe gives you this tut. He's like, Mr. Antarius, it seems you are a bit short here. You owe me 14 shillings, mon ami.
I question him how he got 14. Surely it should be 10.
We rolled for 8 shillings. We made it all or nothing to let him win his money back, but he lost. So where is my 14 shillings?
You're the one that made it all or nothing. And
He is the one who accepted to my terms.
Alright. This is how it's going to be, Bretonian. Like, you ain't in your lands now. You're in our lands. You got all this gold. He ain't got no more, and we're all strangers going different ways. So just take your winnings, be happy for you. Or
Is that meant to be a threat, mon ami?
Yeah.
Roll intimidate, please. Is that meant to be a threat? Yeah.
He's young and ignorant. Which one is it? Is it?
It's a basic skill. Intimidate.
So how does this actually work? How do I get it?
So if you pull up your character sheet and then you go to main and then you scroll down to find intimidate, it's about halfway down.
It's in
You
your
click on it.
skills tab.
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
basic skills.
And then is it just challenging?
Yes, challenging. That's right. Well, it seems to me, Imperial, that maybe your threats would not fall on deaf ears if you looked like you could actually handle a sword.
I don't handle swords. I use a knife.
No,
That's
I
all
imagine
right.
I
Let's
imagine
have
the
our
only
game.
things that you handle is something else.
I laughed loudly at the joke, insulting the Bretonian. Sorry, insulting my companion.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'll be handling at the moment.
I just don't know whose
It's,
side to choose here.
I think that you should be careful, my friend. I don't think that you can handle me.
I mean, let's be honest. I've seen the way you dress, and I'm more worried about what you handle. But that's side. I mean, you still ain't going to get your money. He hasn't got any more, so just take it.
It sounds to me like you are upset that I have a better taste in fashion than you filthy imperial.
Bretonian, stop your words. Let's have our game.
Ha! Oui, fine. Yeah, he takes the 3 shillings and he puts them in his pocket. He seems happy enough to take the winnings. It's more that he just seemed to want to rub it in people's faces. Very well then, Mr. Dwarf. Perhaps you will be more lucky than your elven companion. Now then, let us see if you are going to become more wealthy than the elf, or if you are going to lose your alcohol today.
Still keep an eye on him for doing dodgy things because I still don't trust him.
You can roll another perception check.
Another failure coming up.
Once again, you're convinced that he's playing it straight and narrow. This guy isn't cheating, he's just good at cards. Roll an opposed gambling check, Runk.
Is that just a normal roll?
Yeah. Runk, your cards come up quite comfy. It seems that Renald, the god of luck, favours you. Philippe twirls his moustache for a moment and then grunts before giving you 4 shillings. Come now, surely that is not all you want to walk away with today, huh? Maybe you let me try to win my money back?
I'll keep the flask, but we'll go again with the money.
Ah, that is what I like to see. This man has balls. Maybe you should pay attention, we told. Maybe you can get an opportunity here.
Hey, I'm not going to be playing you as they come in more than one way.
4 shillings, let's go again.
We roll again,
I'm starting to.
Oh, what do I do in draws?
Isn't it lowest number?
You've got a higher gambling skill than him. So I think you win. Yeah. I think that's how it works. How do you resolve... It doesn't matter. We'll say that you win. He now looks quite put out. He's now irritated by the fact that you have 8 of his shillings. I see that I may have underestimated you, Mr. Dwarf. Come, let us play again, oui?
Alright, 8 shillings fine with you?
8 shillings, oui. Let us go.
Okay.
Who's going to become the richest of us?
Uh-oh. Haha!
Philippe wins.
What?
Smirking at you, he presents 2 aces and then leans over to take the coins.
I believe that's either 22 or 12, mate.
No, mon ami, we are playing by the Bretonian rules here. I am victorious.
No. You're in right guns. You play by our rules here.
No, you are mistaken. The rules state clearly that 2 aces are automatic win.
I'm just going to look at him. Just stare at him in the eyes, saying nothing.
No.
Roll an intimidate check for me. Make it average.
Oof.
The Bretonian swallows very tightly.
How about you keep your 8 and I'll keep mine?
No, you
It
won't.
seems that you are not much of a sport. to play by the Bretonian rules, but fine. Fine, I recognize when certain barbarians are insisting on their foreign rules. Yeah, picks up 8 of the shillings unless somebody stops him.
No,
Suggest
no,
why
you
don't we
lost.
play a different hand.
Yeah, they lost. No.
I did not lose. There is a disagreement about the rules, and therefore the round is forfeit.
Wait, where are you right now?
We are in Reichland.
Yeah. So we're playing our rules. So
No, because the game itself is Bretonian.
Can I
Yeah, I've had
confirm
about
he
enough
is
of
playing
this.
by Bretonian rules?
I don't care how fucking elegant you hold your ways, but as long as you're in fucking Reichland, you follow our rules and play our games.
Well, what are you going to do about it, huh?
Gentlemen, I think it's perfectly fair that we let the man have his money back. However, if he's not a coward, he can always play again.
Yeah, you play by our rules this time, perhaps.
Exactly. How does that sound, Bretonian?
It seems that you are not the sort of company I want to be spending my time with. I will take my 8 shillings and I will leave.
Don't forget to pay the tab.
I have already paid your tab.
I give him a little cheeky wave as he walks off.
The disgruntled man picks up his 8 shillings and starts stomping up the stairs.
I'll throw 3
my
3
drink
shillings
after
back at Withertold. I'll throw 3 shillings back at Withertold. There.
You mean Antares?
Oh, sorry, Antares. I throw 3 shillings back at him.
I'll take
There.
you.
He's already put it in his
Yeah,
pocket.
good dwarf.
I mean,
Don't-
no,
He takes it just like defeated, just kind of like I could have lost it all.
well, I did tell you, Elf.
With the departure of Philippe the Bretonian, as he's made his way upstairs, the rest of the tavern is open to you. You could just sit around and gossip among each other if you were so inclined, but there are other people in this tavern that you could go and talk to if you were so inclined. You could also speak to the innkeeper.
Is it suspected that during our conversation inwards, the discussion of the coach would have been had?
You've not had a discussion about it yet.
Alright, in that case then. So, are we going to hire a coach or not?
How long are we?
What a trust
gonna
the
stay
coach
here for?
here.
I just
Why
walk
not?
up and go over to the 2 coachmen looking at the bar.
It's infested
see
with
if they're-
maggots.
The closer, as Lorne stands up and makes his way over to the 2 coachmen, the closer you get to them, the stronger the absolute reek of 2 men who are deeply fucking wasted.
Oh.
And they lean back in their seats, howling their asses off as they slump in these seats. There's beer has been spilled everywhere. They're just tucked in this corner. They're having a great time, although you can barely understand what they're saying. They're that drunk. Oh, look, it's a bit. What do you want?
When does the next coach leave here?
He wants a coach. He wants a coach.
I shake my head and walk back to the table.
Why? Come back. Come back. We can sort you out. We can sort you out.
Your friends want to.
Listen. Oh, look. This is a coach for Ratchet Light, right? Me and what's your name again? What's your Holtz? Holtz, that's right. Yep. My name's Gunnar. This is Holtz. And we're leaving in the morning. And if you want a seat, it's 5 pennies. 5 pennies will get you to the next coach. Get you to the inner 7 spokes. that's 50 miles.
How much was the beer here?
The beer was a few pennies.
We got
I
free.
offer him a beer if he takes him and his companion a beer each if they take me and my companions all the way.
Oh, how many beers are we talking? I don't think one's going to be enough, Holtz, to you.
That was me hoping they were too drunk to notice.
Sounds to me like you owe us 2 pints each, and then we'll take. No. It's 2 pints for each person. Two pints a person. Yeah, that's right.
2 pints in total.
Nah. You look, right. You give us like a barrel of beer, and then you can come, right? You and all your mates, all of them can come. You get us a barrel of beer.
I'm going to walk over and talk to them and say, "Gentlemen, I noticed outside that your carbuncle was ruptured, and therefore you're going to need someone to fix that metal before you can move it in the morning."
What? Halt! You check the carbuncle? You what? The carbuncle? You check it? You what?
It's split along the main seam. I can fix it overnight if you'd like. I have trained blacksmith. If you want to do a roll.
Ooh, he's yeah, all right. Look, you go fix the carbuncle, and we'll let you come along. Yeah, it sounds fair.
All of us, yeah.
What?
Make sure your coach is working.
Oh, fucking hell. Jeez. Oh, I don't
Listen,
know.
this job would be a gold crown in Old Dorf. I'll do it for free if you give us a ride.
What do you think, Holtz? I don't know. Well, he's a dwarf. Yeah, he's a dwarf. He might like try and nick it. Yeah, he might try and nick the coach. Yeah.
A dwarf riding a coach on his own. Are you guys mad?
Oh, I don't know about this. It seems a bit dodgy to me. You know what? It'll be fine. Right, yeah, go on then. Yeah, fuck it. Go on. Oh, buy us a pint though. Go on.
I'll slide one of the pints across that was bought by the Bretonian, and then I'll wander outside.
With a very loud cheer, the two men immediately forget the entire conversation.
Excellent. I'll just walk back to the table and say, I don't even know what a carbuncle is.
So,
I raise a toast to the dwarf.
So what do you intend to do all night then?
I guess I'll just go and sleep under the coach.
Fair enough. That makes some sense there.
That way they'll see feet sticking out. I've slept in worse. I'll pick up my pint and kind of just walk out of the...
You can, as you're about to pick up your pint and leave, you see the innkeeper is walking over to you again. He is cleaning one of his mugs. Don't know where you lot are going off to, but I'm guessing if you're coming by this way, you're probably making your way to Altdorf. Is that right?
What's it to you?
Yes.
Well, I just thought I should let you know that there's a few folks what came past last time. They were talking to us about the road to Altdorf. They said it was troubled by bandits. Like only last week, there was a coach what failed to get through.
I tap my sword that's on my waist and just say, I think I'll manage.
Well, you know, if you say so, but in my opinion, right, like I'm not getting political or anything, right? But what I'm saying is we got this fancy new emperor, and you know, everything's just getting worse in it. So yeah, I'm not saying anything, but you know, yeah.
Excuse me, sir, but perhaps speaking of the road north, who was the man who was barreling out of here earlier?
Oh, that fella. Oh yeah, he was. You know what? Never actually gave me his name. He was a bit of an odd type, but had this very fancy seal. Had that wolf on it. You know, that wolf from Middenheim. Seemed like a pretty important fella. He didn't have anybody on the coach. Didn't have any passengers. Weren't interested in no passengers. That lady over there, Lady Isolde, bless her soul. Oh bloody hell, she pays for the good wine. She wanted to get on that coach, but he was having none of it. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? That's bloody Lady Isolde von Strudeldorf. And he was like, no, not having it. We're not having any guests on this coach. This coach is private, and it's only got one purpose, and that's all he'd say about it. He wouldn't share anything else. That's it.
Where's this lady right now?
Well, she's bloody over there, isn't she? He seems to be gesturing towards the 3 women that you saw earlier. The one that's very well dressed, along with her very big bodyguard, one would assume, and the smaller woman who's dressed in rags.
So, what was her name again? Lady Isolde?
Isolde, yeah, that's right.
Is she, lady of what?
She said she's from the house of von Strudeldorf. I think she's from Telebeckland, judging by the accent, I think.
I noticed the well-built woman for the first time, and I just sniff at her, as though to say, you know, I could take her. Bodyguard my arse.
She doesn't even seem to notice you. She's not paying any attention. The only thing that she's focusing on is peering around the room, watching for threats.
Ooh.
Watching for threats, and she doesn't notice the dwarf eyeing her.
Do you know if the kind lady has ever managed to get a service out of here to leave, seeing that she was rejected?
How do you mean? What are you saying?
Does she have a cart?
Oh, right, yeah, no, I see what you say. Right, you know those 2 fellas over there, right? They're with ratchet lines, and she chartered the coach. That's why they're leaving in the morning.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, she's going to be riding with him.
I'm just looking.
I'll
some
pull up.
great lads.
I'll pull up whatever ragged trousers I'm wearing and wander over to that table.
I follow Runk.
Oh, that is absolutely disgusting. Why, Marie? Why is there a dwarf? Why is there a dwarf? Get it away from me, please.
I think you'll find that I need to fix your coach. The coachmen seem rather drunk, and the carbuncle's ruptured along the main seam.
Dwarf, you need to go. You can't be near Lady Isolde. She don't want you near her.
That's fine, but you ain't going nowhere unless I fix the coach. So we need to sort out the fact that your coachman have just offered us a ride.
Oh no, I don't want to ride with a dwarf. Marie, sort it out. Marie, just fix it, please.
I approach and I go, no, my ladies. Excuse my companion here. He's just doing his trade, as we'd say. Any business you can have with me concerning this ruptured carbuncle and this split seam. Quite nasty business. It can delay you days on the road. But anyway, per se, how would we fix this little issue of riding with my companion dwarf? I know
it doesn't sound to me like it's a problem that I need to be addressing, does it? My uncle is very important. He's the Grand Marshal of the Road Wardens of Reichland, and if you don't get that coach sorted today, there's going to be a very big problem between you and him. Do you understand?
Oh, where is your uncle?
My
I can
uncle,
fix the coach.
my uncle is the Grand Marshal of the Road Wardens in Altdorf. Gerard von Strudeldorf. Of course you've heard of him.
Yes, of course. Like, we're travelling his roads. I heard there's danger up the North Road. Is he patrolling those whereabouts?
I don't know. I don't like talking about the filthy things, like the roads. I don't want to know. I don't ask.
Well, no,
I need to get to Altdorf soon, within 2 days, so that I can reach the gala on the Festag. That's all that matters.
That's exactly why I approach my dwarf companion here. We'll have that spick and span by the morning.
Okay, well, get that little gremlin out of my sight and get him to go and fix the carbuncle or whatever it is.
Look, my lady, I can more than happily repair the coach, but this job will cost you a gold crown in Altdorf. I'm happy to do the job. We're going to be riding with you. I'll more than happily travel on the roof. Understood?
Atari's chuckling.
Okay, Runk, can you make a charm check, please, at a -20? Can you even succeed?
One.
Oh my god!
Oh no, you poor bastard.
Isolde's face turns slowly more and more pale as this dwarf slayer, possibly the lowest status person that has ever visited this tavern, this coaching inn, turns around and asks her for a gold crown. Her face pales. You insolent little wretch! Do you even know who you're talking to? I want you out of my sight immediately, or you will be arrested tomorrow, and I will see you hang! Get out of my sight!
I bow to the lady and say, "My lady, if you arrest this dwarf, your coach won't be fixed, and you won't be going anywhere unless you wish to be stranded in the middle of the forest, which, from what the barkeep tells me, would be a very dangerous situation to be."
Lorne, can you make a challenging charm check, please?
Oh my god!
And you miserable foreigner, who do you ever think you are to talk to me? You can get out as well. I don't want to see... in fact, innkeeper, I'll give you 2 gold crowns if these 2 men have to leave immediately.
Hey,
I'm gonna walk over to the coachman and say, "Gents,
am
let's
I
make a
coming
move
through
now."
right? Am I coming through right? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. If I could just cut in quick, I'd be like, I just want to have some mindfully sort of like drop it on. And said, "Did you say the gala? That was last week."
Ooh. Huh. Is there like a deception skill? I think there is, isn't there? I really need to get myself familiar with all the skills. There is, I could swear that there's like a deceive skill or something.
Maybe
like that.
charm.
There's gossip, so it might be.
Is it gossip or is it charm? I guess it's probably charm. I feel like charm is probably the catch-all. Like
Well,
most
they're
of
both the
them.
same attribute, aren't they? So...
I feel like gossip would probably be better in this situation because it's kind of like, oh, did you hear about
Either
this?
or, innit, really?
So
I think
charm
it could
covers
be
public
more.
speaking, begging. Let's have a look at gossip. Gossip is more for getting a hold of information. It looks like. And then intimidate is, well, obviously intimidate.
I'd be like, I've just come from Old Dorf myself. It was all last week. I did a bit of trade around there, heading out now. I think you got your dates wrong there.
Yeah, I guess I'll want a charm check for that. Yeah, I think it falls under charm. Make it plus 10 rather. So it's the average.
Yeah, I can do a plus 20 for average.
Yeah, that'll do.
Oh,
Oh, that's so funny, dude. Oh my god, you all suck ass.
Hey, I won money, okay?
As Witold attempts to weigh in, Marie gets to her feet and starts talking quite loudly. Lady Isolde no longer wants to be disturbed. Get away, all of you. Fuck off.
I'm gonna go over to the coachman and say, "Gentlemen, I'll give you a shilling each if we all leave now. You take the 5 of us. I know you're drunk, but think about the fun we could have on the road, eh?"
Fuck off, mate. She's promised us a gold crown for the trip.
I pull out my flask of dwarven spirits. This stuff will keep you happy all night, boys. Trust me.
Piss off. Oh, we're
Right,
fucking wasted. We need that fucking money.
I'm going to turn around to the rest of them and quietly say, "Right, I'm stealing the coach, boys. Are you with me?"
I question the dwarf. Does he know
Do you say this loudly?
No, I said it quietly.
he said it
Oh,
quietly.
did you
I
go back
specify
over to
quietly.
people? Right, okay.
Yeah.
I give the dwarf a dirty look because he's suggesting thievery, which is beneath me, and ask him, can he even drive?
Of course I can drive. I can read and write, you prick.
Well, I
Being
mean,
able to read and write does not mean you can control animals. You look a bit short in stature to manage that.
look, what funds have we got? We could always just stay here, wait for the next coach, or we could walk. I don't like the idea of,
Well,
there.
we're not particularly banned from the coach. It's just she doesn't like us, and that's a situation we can turn around at some point. The night's still young.
Well, if some way we can get her to change her mind and not want the coach, and then it'll be available again, won't it?
Yeah, like I'm not too worried about it for the moment. Like, what time is it anyway right now?
At the moment, it's late evening. It's also currently winter, or it's approaching winter.
So it's
Walking isn't an option. I've been out in nights like this before. You don't want to be jumped by bandits on a cold night.
You don't want to be out in the forests on a cold night, let alone.
I wave over
risk
to
others.
the innkeeper.
Yeah, what's up? How can I help? What's going on?
The good sir that just went upstairs, Felipe, he offered us drinks for the whole night. Give the lady you sold a whole bottle of wine as an apology for the disturbance my friends gave her.
Can you make an average charm check, please? Charm's getting a lot of mileage today, bloody hell.
Oh God!
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow.
finally won. We finally got one, boys.
Yeah, boys.
And say it's from me specifically.
Wait, so hang on a minute. Wait, so take it on his tab, but say it's from you.
Yep.
Yeah, all right,
He did.
fair enough.
Boss,
Herpin,
man.
go and get that fine bottle of Britannian wine from downstairs. Give her the whole bottle. Go on. We'll take it off. Yeah, all right. I'll just go upstairs because I know where Philippe keeps his money.
Appreciate that, and I give the bartender one of my own shillings as a tip.
Okay. Remove that from your inventory. I think there's like a
Yep.
pay command I can make you do actually.
Right, I'm gonna go and deal with this coach. I make finger gestures. I'm gonna deal with this coach, and I wander outside. I nod to the coach drivers. Right, I'm off to fix your carbuncle, lads.
Fucking brilliant! What a hero that lad! Right there, that's a true son of the what's it the Karzakor. Yeah, that's the one.
I just
Were
shake
there
my
any
head and
other-
walk out.
Were there any other people of interest in the tab?
There was one
Yeah.
gentleman who was sat around reading a book. And
I
apart from
wander up
that,
to him.
not really. Wasn't really anyone else of interest.
Could I generally just like mingle around and see if I can pick up any gossip?
Yeah, by all means, you can make a gossip check and see if you can pick anything up.
I want to talk to the barkeeper a little bit more.
So there are two members of staff at the tavern. There's the innkeeper, Gustav, and there's the bartender, Herpen.
I don't think it matters which.
Although Gustav is a lot more talkative than Herpen.
Yeah, I was about to say who seems the more friendly. I'll try and see if I can get Gustav's attention again. Just briefly, if he's passing.
Witold, as you're listening to some of the gossip that's going on, you hear two of the coachmen over mutter that the village of Bloodrock was apparently wiped out by a mysterious disease that causes people to break out in red blotches, and that you should be very careful of anyone with red marks on them.
Would I know where that village is?
Bloodrock is in the west of Reichland, not too far from the border with Bretonnia.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Miles away. We won't be heading that way at all anytime soon.
I kind of wait for Lady Yasol to enjoy the wine. Like I want her to get like about halfway through it, basically.
Okay.
And then I want to try to approach her myself.
What's your status?
I am silver 2.
Silver 2, okay. So you wait some time for Isolde to enjoy the wine, which she seems to appreciate, and then you make your way over to her. What do you say?
Good evening, my lady. I apologize for my companions. They are my guards, you see, and they were just trying to make it a little bit easier for you this evening. I am Antarius of House Sintavir from the High Courts of Ultaran, and I am journeying to Altdorf to make diplomatic envoy through my father and the Great Empire.
Oh, what a delight! How exotic!
Yes, exactly.
Exotic? She called me a bloody foreigner.
Double standards, I'm
Clearly
afraid.
weren't important enough.
I'm more important than that ruddy elf.
I overheard that your father was the Grand Marshal of the Road Ward.
Yes, that's right. Not my father. Sorry, my uncle.
Oh, I apologize. Would you mind telling me a little bit more about the Road Wardens? I'm still a little bit behind on.
Oh well, I don't tend to trouble myself with that sort of thing. It's very masculine affair. But as far as I'm aware, I think that the road wardens they patrol up and down the roads and well they ward them. That kind of makes it kind of self-explanatory, isn't it?
Of course, of course. And what do you partake in yourself?
Well, I'm. Well, I'm a lady. It's my responsibility to find a husband.
Are you going to Altdorf to find a husband, or have you been?
I don't know about that. My father suggested it might be a good idea to try and see what arrangements could be made while I'm there, but I quite enjoy my personal freedom, and I'm not entirely sure I'm ready to give it up yet.
Is there anything, or is there anyone in particular that has caught your eye in the courts of Altdorf, however, even though you don't feel like getting tied down right now?
Well, I suppose there's that one man from Middenland. He's a very handsome fellow. I've heard he's actually the heir to one of the prime estates. It would be certainly a catch that my father would approve of, although I've heard that he has some questionable tastes in certain matters. I didn't really inquire too much. I didn't really want to know, but that's what one of my friends told me.
I see. Okay. I'm kind of thinking for a second.
Whilst he's thinking, I head over to Whittle and ask if he's heard anything interesting.
Just the usual gossip, like some farmers falling out with farmers, some business in the country with bandits. There was a disease or something down on the Bretonian border somewhere. Sounded quite vicious actually. It splots all over.
Is there is there any sorts of hot topics at the moment? Like what's like the biggest rumors flying around?
Make a gossip check for me, challenging, and we'll determine what kind of the big goss is that you might be aware of in noble society.
God, someone actually passed.
As far as you're aware, one of the biggest news is that the mayor of Grunberg was burnt at the stake a few months ago for being in league with chaos. He was overheard talking to his cat and fed it human blood in its milk, allegedly. This has been a very big source of gossip in Altdorf.
Sorry, could you say that one more time? My whole thing just refreshed on me.
The mayor of Grunberg was burnt at the stake a few months ago for allegedly being in league with chaos. He was overheard talking to his cat and fed it human blood in its milk.
I'm going to come back inside now, whenever you want to deal with me. I'm going straight to the coachman.
Sorry, I was just looking at what you were doing. Give me a sec. Can I get a charm animal check from you?
Oh.
From outside the coaching inn, you hear a very loud ruckus of a horse neighing very loudly, a dwarf grunting, and the sound of galloping hooves.
Is he stealing the share?
Gustav looks up from what he's doing. He's like, "What the hell was that? Bloody hell!" He leans behind the bar and he grabs his gun and starts making his way outside.
In that case, then I'm gonna try and sneak around the back and see if there's a back entrance.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get in the way of him as he's leaving, just like making it seem nonchalant, but trying to delay him a bit.
Okay, do you have the sleight of hand skill?
Don't think so. Let me double check. No.
Okay, I'll take a fellowship test from you. Can you actually roll fellowship straight up?
Yeah, you can. Just click on the current.
Is that under?
No, so it's on your main, and it's just click on the current number.
Yeah. So the red number's underneath fellowship, so the fourth one.
Boom.
You managed to distract Gustav for a good half a minute as you get in front of him and start asking him questions about the local area.
I'm going to try and sneak around back.
Thanks to Witold's intervention, you're able to get in round the back without any incident.
Okay, I'm going to sit back down at the table then.
You do so without anybody really paying you any attention.
Bright
Cool.
orange crest just wanders in.
I'm very small. I sit back down again and just start drinking before, staring into the fire, pretending like nothing ever happened.
Just eyeing the dwarf suspiciously. Like, I'm not saying anything, just watching him as I drink.
I just give him an upwards head nod.
Gustav goes after he's managed to get rid of Witold. Gustav goes outside, has a look around, and then comes back in, shrugging his shoulders nonchalantly. He puts his gun away. Seems like it was nothing. False alarm. Don't worry about it.
So I mostly just want to try to like small talk with Lady Isolde and just try to pry as much information as I can from her. Is there anything I can find worthwhile, or?
As far as you're aware, probably the biggest rumor that's come out of Altdorf, and as your conversation goes, this is probably the most interesting thing that you hear from her, which is that the Altdorf Zoo has been shut for quite a while, and that Deathclaw, the Emperor's griffin, supposedly went on a rampage, and that Karl Franz himself hasn't been to see his griffin for months.
Hang on a minute, I remember this bit from the Emperor's text-to-speech device. Didn't that start in the zoo?
Don't worry about it.
So now we know where Liam got his inspiration from.
Hang a minute. If you're a Primarch, you have to tell us, alright? You have one eye, IRL.
No, unfortunately, I do not.
Are you a nerd? Could be.
So,
Are you Australian?
Do I sound
How do you
Australian
think
to you?
Who's at the table with me currently?
I think it's just you, Kernt, and Witold? I don't know if Lorne is as well.
I'm just wandering around trying to listen into things.
I want to try and get the innkeeper's attention again. I'm curious. So, Gustav, my friend.
Lorne, you, as you're looking around in the tavern and you're just kind of exploring, you find something that may be of some interest. Just give me a moment. Where is it? Now, this is going to be a bit of a test moment. Can you tell me if this shows up?
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
It showed up to everybody. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. So, Lorne, you have found that. It's been nailed. It's been nailed up to the wall.
I take the nail out and bring it over to Brunk and Witold. Is it? That's at the table.
Oh yeah.
Cunt.
And say, "Ooh, this seems like an interesting way of earning some money."
What you got there?
Grey Mountains, are you insane, lad?
I'm assuming we can actually read this.
Is anybody literate? Well, Antarius is literate.
So am I.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think if you need to have like the read and write skill, I think.
Yeah, I have that, so I can read and write.
I don't have that skill.
Or do you have that skill?
I
I
do.
don't think I do.
That's
You sure?
ironic. I
Yeah, I
didn't
read
this
and write
all
with my
day and I
talent.
can't read.
Oh yeah, it's a talent. Sorry, it's a talent. You need to have the
Yeah.
read and write talent.
Oh,
Nope, don't have it.
alright.
Right. I will read it out to everybody.
That's why the dwarf is the only one who's literate.
Hey, I was a noble, man.
I thought I had it. Not bad.
Also,
I'm a noble
Liam,
as well, but
Liam, where do I find that?
Oh, I do
sorry?
have it.
Where'd you find what?
Because that thing, I accidentally pressed X on it before I read it.
If you go on the handout, journal entries, rather, you should... Actually, tell you what, I'll just do that again.
oh, I see it.
Okay.
That's helpful.
Oh, no, I can't see it in journals.
Hang on, let me just do that.
There we go, yeah. Enemy in the shadows.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Right, boys. Wanted, bold adventurers, His Excellency the Crown Prince, blah, 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 blah. Signed, the personal scribe to Crown Prince Hergard. That's a good way to make some money.
What was that
Hey.
again?
It's just what's on the thing, but I'm pretending
He couldn't be
out loud,
arsed
so
to
everyone
actually read it.
Alright, fine. His Excellency the Crown Prince Hergard von Tasnik of the Principality of Ostland, who gives by notice that he currently resident in Altdorf and wishes to engage the services of a party of skilled adventurers. Employment is to begin as soon as possible, for an indefinite period. Would-be applicants are forewarned to be required to undertake a most perilous mission into the unexplored regions of the Grey Mountains. I've got family there. The matter is of utmost delicacy and absolute discretion is required. Remuneration is negotiable, depending on experience, but a minimum of 8 crowns per person per day is guaranteed, in addition to a generous bonus of completion of the mission. No laggards, cowards, or dwarfs need apply. The fucking prick. Sounds like the Crown Prince Hergard.
Well, there's that one out the window.
Now, boys, it's very simple. Lads, it's simple. I'm just really short, but I'm human.
I just look at his hair and just shake my head. I get away with that, no.
Look at his hair and his tattoos and things.
Listen, you boys take the meeting, say you've got a friend, I'll stay out.
That's good and all,
Well,
but I mean, £8 a day is lovely money if you get to spend it. And, you know, normally
the main
someone
thing is,
offers
think
£8
about
a day, you're going to be dead before you get it.
Is there a way to...
The Grey Mountains are a couple of 100 miles south of here, southeast, or southwest. Think about how much money that is per day.
Oh,
I
we'll be
don't
pretty
think it's going to work like that.
travel.
It says per day.
Well,
I think you're alright with your first direction.
squinting at the letter, pretending to read it.
I mean, yeah, but what would stop people from just travelling to the Grey Mountains and then, you know, quitting? I don't think they're going to pay £8 per day. I think you'll find we're going to have to go there and risk our life for that. I mean,
That's fine with me.
I'm up for an
I'm
adventure.
more than happy, boys.
Anyone. I've never been down those parts.
I've got family there. Even though I look sadly down at the table, they may not want to speak to me anymore.
Well, was it that you mentioned we have to meet someone in Altdorf, yeah?
Well, you boys might have to. I can't.
Of course, exactly. Well,
Well, I'm on the way to Altdorf anyway, so there's no harm in investigating this a little bit further, is there?
Oh, likewise, why not poke our heads in and see what all the fuss is about? I've some time after we arrive.
Boys, if there's something worth doing, it's worth doing right.
Besides, I need quite a bit of gold myself, so this could be an excellent opportunity.
All right. So as I've just like the night has gone on, and like I've just been talking to you ladies all this entire time, just small talk and like keeping her attention or whatever. How drunk is she right now?
She's not gotten herself too wasted, but she's pretty jovial.
All right.
Has our friend Philippe returned from? His
No,
room
he
yet?
seems to have locked himself in his room and is sulking.
Well, I would kind of like just stretch my legs out a bit, and I'd make my way up to the room, see if I can like press in near to the door.
What, to Philippe's room?
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know exactly where he is, so I'll just kind of walk through where the rooms are, just willy nilly.
As you make your way upstairs, you can make a perception check for me, please. You press your ear to one of the walls, one of the doors, rather, and you're listening very closely, and you can hear what sounds like scribbling on parchment.
I just, not quite sure what exactly that means. I'm not a literate man myself, so sound is uncommon. So I just shrug and kind of chat the door and go like, Monsieur Philippe, are you okay?
You hear a loud rustling inside.
You've not returned for a long time. I hope our attitudes haven't soured so bad. It's playing a long night. Perhaps we can talk and drink some more.
A bump.
Is it a bump on the door?
No, there's a bump in the room.
I check the door handle.
Seems to be unlocked.
Monsieur, I open it and creak and peek in.
The room smells kind of odd, and the window has just been slammed open.
The room is just empty, yeah?
Yeah, there's nobody in here. There's a
anything
bed,
on-
a desk, and it looks like there's a few notes that have been scattered about.
I'll walk kind of towards the window and just glance out, see if I can see anything.
Make a challenging perception test.
A challenging one.
Mhm.
How do you do that?
Go on the roll
change-
again, and you can just change the difficulty level.
Yeah.
Challenging, right.
Hey.
You can't see anything as you peer out of the window. As you look around, and it's getting quite dark now, and you're kind of squinting into the woodland. You can't see anything out there. The wind is rustling. And you're just about to turn away from the window when you notice there are claw marks on the wood.
On just the windowsill.
On the windowsill, yeah.
The inside or outside?
On the inside.
I'm just gonna head outside just to check on my horse before heading back into the tavern.
I kind of like run my fingers over the claws to get a good sense of them, and I'd look to the desk, see if what was being done. So can't really read anything myself, just see if anything that looks.
It looks like whatever was happening in it, something was like searching the notes and was like kind of frantically throwing them aside. There's a few scattered on the ground.
I'd pick up maybe one or two or say something that maybe has like a seal.
Okay,
or
that's fine. I don't
something.
care about them. They're not my horse.
Lorne goes outside. Your horse is fine. Seems to be alright. It's just in the stable.
Ah, good. I didn't trust the dwarf with it.
No, seems to be alright. You do notice that the two horses from the coach are missing.
I head back inside and talk to the barkeep to let him know the horses seem to be missing from his care.
I kind of.
Oh shit! What? As he heads outside to go and look at that.
Meanwhile, I've collected what I can, and I kind of return back and kind of trying to signal whoever's at the table still, subtly, if you like. Psst, 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 psst.
What's up?
Here, come here. I don't want to alarm anyone, but come here.
I'll just follow him wherever he's leading me.
Did I notice this, or was I busy with the barkeep?
Anybody can have noticed that.
Then I'll head over and follow him as well.
Just double check something with me. Who's with me? The dwarf?
Yeah, the dwarf's with you.
I hand him these papers, like just subtly as we go through towards the door, and I'm like, our friend Philippe, I think he jumped out the window, but I'm not too sure. There's something strange. Come, quick.
Can I read the papers, please, Liam?
Has he given you to them? Has he given them to you?
Yeah, he just said he gave them to me.
Whatever I've picked up.
Looking at them, it looks like, as far as you can tell, they are... Give me a second, please.
No problem.
Where is it? It should be in here somewhere.
Just a quick question. Does the language skill Bretonnian allow me to read and write in Bretonnian, or would that be a separate
No,
skill?
you would
Just
need the
speak.
read and write talent.
Cool. Oh yeah, it was a talent, not a skill. My bad.
Yeah, I can speak Bretonnian.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Okay, so as far as you can tell, Runk, it looks like these seem to be like pages that have been haphazardly ripped out of an academic text. The text seems to be about medicine, and specifically using leeches to cure various different types of diseases.
It appears our friend has some issue with his blood.
He was from. Wasn't there a plague or something near the border of Bretonia?
That's what our friend said earlier, but as
Yeah.
far as I know, all I can tell, these pages are relating to leeches. So something's wrong with his blood if he's trying to get blood out of him.
I asked Runk to give detailed explanation of what's
Runk.
written there to see if...
Yep.
Please increase your corruption score by 1.
Oh. Okay. I have pure spirit, if that means something here.
Let me check. It may be
Oh
relevant.
no, I don't. Sorry, no, I don't. I got rid of pure soul. I changed pure soul for reading right. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, increase your corruption point by
So-
1.
Okay. Does that mean anything happens now, or is that just when it reaches?
Nothing happens at the moment, no.
Okay. Yeah, as far as I know, it's just something to do with leeches and blood boys.
I hope you didn't touch anything that he did. Did you play with his cards or yours?
We played with his, I think.
I think
You
should
slapped
go
your
for a
cards
scrap.
down on the thing.
Maybe.
In that case, we played with mine.
Yeah, but I point them to the windowsill. But does anything in there say about claws?
Can I go over and inspect them, please? Because I do have some knowledge about trolls, so maybe I have some idea about other kind of region of monsters.
You can go up there and have a look at the room if you want to.
What
Yeah, I'd like
skill
to have a
would
look
you-
at the scratches.
As you're making your way up the stairs, Philippe Descartes comes out of another room.
Alright, Philippe, I've been looking for another game with you.
Ugh. Mon ami, can we perhaps not give it a rest this evening?
Monsieur Philippe, did you change room?
Change the room? No.
I was under the impression you were in this room across the hall, eh?
You would be mistaken, mon ami. This has always been my room. I've been here for 2 days now.
Then I would have interrupted whomever was in that room. Who perchance you know who stayed there?
I do not know. I think it is empty at the moment.
Oh, yeah, at the moment, yeah, but there was I came by looking for you and I checked the wrong door. I mistaken. You said, "Oh, get out," and I was, "Oh, sorry, sorry," and I left.
Philippe seems to have nothing to say to that. He just shrugs his shoulders nonchalantly.
Well, would you join us? We feel quite bad how we left last time.
I agree. I know that we didn't play by Bretonian rules, but I've missed our fun time playing cards. If you fancy it again, we can play by the Bretonian rules. We have a Bretonian with us who can confirm or deny the rules for us.
Well, perhaps we can play another game, mon ami, but I think I will not be staying awake for much longer. I need to be getting my rest so that we can carry on to Altdorf tomorrow.
Are you
Might
getting on
be
the
a
coach?
problem
Oui,
with
yes,
that
yeah.
coach
Yes,
at
monsieur.
Altdorf. I noticed that the horses for the coach had bled when I went to check on mine this evening.
The horses are gone?
They're not with the carriage. I don't know where they are.
Well, that is not good. We must go and find them.
I've already informed the barkeep, but
Philippe attempts
you
to go
want to
past
try
you and
check?
make his way downstairs to tell everybody else that the horses are missing on the coach.
Make sure you let Lady Isolde know. I know she has interest in the carriage.
I kind of put my hand on the shoulder of the dwarf of Ronk, and I just kind of lean over and go, "Is that you by any chance?"
Antarius,
Trust me, it's a way to get me on the coach, boys.
can you make for me another charm check, please, of average difficulty?
Okay.
Over the course of your conversation with Isolde, you think that you've made yourself a new friend. It seems that she's quite well disposed to you, and she invites you to visit on her in Altdorf when next time you're around there.
Fantastic.
She says she'll tell some of her friends about you and what a wonderful person you are, and that she hopes she'll see you at the gala in the future.
Of course. It's wonderful. That's my end, boys. I'm already infiltrating the higher rank of society. Well, you mess around with horses and plagues.
Because so fitting to our stations.
Philippe makes his way outside, trying to go and find the horses. The two coachmen are literally too wasted to even understand that their horses have gone missing, and they're just like, "Oh, they'll be back in the morning. It's all right."
Does Lady Isolde know that the horses have gone missing?
Isolde is taking her usual impetulant approach of, "It's not my problem. Sort it out."
Okay, can I like mutter something to that hand, the waif-looking girl in the sack?
Right.
Like, do you work for the lady?
Yes, I work for Lady Isolde.
Do you deal with her issues? Because I'm excellent at catching horses.
I'm just a maid.
Do I need to speak to her bodyguard then to sort something out?
I think the Lady Isolde, I don't think she likes you very much.
I'm aware. That's why I understand speaking to her is of great offence.
Hey, stop talking to her. What do you want?
What I want, lovely lady, is that I'm excellent at catching horses, and I'm aware that the horses have gone missing. But if I'm allowed to travel on the roof of the carriage away from your lovely boss, and I travel on the coach on the roof, that's fine with me. I understand, troll blood doesn't smell particularly good, but I can catch those horses no problem and get them back for you.
Okay, fine. As long as it means I can get to the gala on time, let him do it. Go get the horses. Marie, make sure that he gets the horses. Give him a shilling. Make him go and get the horses.
I will I'll happily take that shilling and wander off.
You gain a shilling.
Excellent. I'll go to the horse that I hid round the corner, and I'll capture that one really easily and bring it back after an appropriate amount of time to pretend that I was catching it. And then the second one, I'll make a big show out of saying like, "Boys, I need some help here."
God damn it.
I excuse myself.
Follow the dwarf.
Look, lads, it got me on the coach, all right.
I excuse myself from the lady and I go help the dwarf out.
Oh, do come back soon, Antarius. It was lovely to meet you. Goodbye now.
Bye.
Antarius, it's clear that your skills, and I look him up and down, are more suited to talking to women of the court. Perhaps I should ask the other men to help me out.
Oh no, it's fine. I need to get away from that woman.
As before I leave, I'd kind of like pass by, I guess, whoever's nearest staff member,
Gustav.
I'd just pass by and be like, Sir Gustav, the room you previously recommended to me, I went in and it appears someone was already there, but the window was open, there was some damage to the frame. Is that there on purpose? Or
Bloody hell, that sounds unusual. That's where that fella from Midnight was staying.
Oh, did he have a guest?
Don't think so. No, he was on his own. In fact, he was very particular about the fact that he was on his own.
Well, I think he might have been doing you one over. I believe someone was in there before I came in.
Well, I'll tell you something, mate. He paid me a gold crown not to ask any questions, so where I saw it,
Well, maybe just knowing about damage is just worth a mention, and I just wink at him.
Right, Herpin. Apparently there's been some knocking about in one of those rooms. Go sort it out, will you? Yes, boss, alright.
Well, I'm going to try and capture that, because obviously I hid one horse, but the other one I let loose, so... Any of you boys good at catching horses? That may have been a slight lie.
what skills would be useful in tracking a horse down? I'm quite good at.
Well, it's just
handling
charm
horses.
animal, I think.
It'd be
It's just charm animal.
I think it'll probably be navigation, possibly.
Outdoor survival.
Could be outdoor survival. Let me just check. Is it going to be navigation? No, it's not going to be navigation. There's a skill called track.
Oh. Well, surely it wouldn't have gone far.
Don't have that.
Although a simple perception test will suffice for following a set of footprints or similar.
Okay,
Tracking
I'll see if I
involves deeper knowledge and awareness used to recognize the subtle signs of a quarry's passage. It can also be used to hide your own trail.
I'll have a look to see if I can see any horse tracks around then. So would that be a perception roll?
Yeah.
Things
Another
of
failure. Challenging on average.
I'll take average since you kind of know where the horse left from. Well, Runk does.
Ooh, a success!
Oh, what's all this then? Why you brought us out here? It's fucking freezing.
We need to capture one of the horses. It means you boys can get on the coach tomorrow like I arranged, and I can go on the roof. The lady won't object.
What are you talking about? It seemed like you had this all planned.
Yeah, of course it did. I had to get some way for me to get on the coach. That lady was having none of it.
Why you brought us out here in this fucking cold then?
Because
I wandered out of earshot of Runk, so I'm not hearing this conversation as I'm just following the footprints that I saw.
Because very simply, I hid one of the horses, and the other one I let loose properly in case someone else came out to help us.
Why did you fucking go do that? That's fucking idiot. Now we have to go out
Listen.
there cutting through the dark in the fucking cold.
I'm aware of how these people work. All of you cunts are prejudiced in some way. It was easier to make sure that I got on the coach. Now listen, I've sorted this out, problem solved. I made us get on the coach without paying for it. So how about you just do me a fucking favour, find the fucking horse, and stop having a go at me?
Fucking alright then, Jesus.
Well, those two...
Otherwise,
Fortunately,
you cough up the five fucking clanks, and there's no problem. Until then, I'm just gonna do what I do, get us on the coach, problem solved.
Did I do it? I said to do it. I didn't do it.
Good, let's go find the horse then, follow the fucking Frenchman.
Quickly, freeze off.
right. As you make your way out into the forest. Fortunately, it doesn't take you very long for you to track down the horse. It seems that Lorne has got a pretty good pin on it, and you find it in the middle of a clearing, probably about 5 minutes walk into the woods, off the beaten track. You find it stood stock still in the middle of a clearing, not moving. It's not even eating the grass.
I know animals quite well, so can I take a charm animal test to see if I can figure out what's up with it?
Look at
Sure.
that. She's standing right out there. The job's done.
Yeah,
There we go, lads.
If we're all there, can we
difficulty.
assist him with the charm animal?
Yeah, that should be. If you have that skill, which I think
Yeah, I do.
you should do. I mean, I think it's a basic skill, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a basic skill, but I've got quite a high skill in it. So
Yeah, if you've
fine.
got
I don't know how
like
assist works.
What's yours?
if you've got a characteristic of above 30, I can let you assist it.
Yeah. I've got 52, so...
Oh, then I'll let you do it because you've got the highest.
Yeah, the
skill, and
highest
I'll
should do
assist
it.
you.
Well, yeah,
Okay. So how does assisting work then?
that's a good
Is that
question.
actually based on the challenge?
Isn't it just add 10 to his?
Yeah, I think it's
skill, or
plus
is it
10.
difficult?
Yeah, I think it is a plus 10 bonus.
So am I making it average, or what am I doing?
So you got one assistance. It's charm animal.
What are you guys doing again? Are you just like
We're
farting
just
about?
jumping on the horse, basically, to try and...
Oh.
I'm trying to capture the horse. I don't care about the fact the horse is stood stock still. If we
I
get
care
jumped,
about
who
the fact
gives a
the
fuck?
horses stop.
So what you'll
Stop still.
notice
Well,
is if you pull up the roll mode, right? So if you pull up the
Yeah.
like roll selection thing, you can change the modifier.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, right. So would that be
You just
just
type
a
in
plus
10.
10 because I'm
Yeah.
assisting him then?
Yeah.
So plus 10. Okay.
Wow. In this particular case,
What was
you
the
can't-
result? Because You sent that to the GM only, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hang on. I think I can reveal to everyone.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Oh, if you right-click on your tests, by the way, it gives you some options.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So you can take a
Oh,
dark
that's
deal with the Chaos Gods to do a reroll.
nice.
So
I'm not
I'm
going
just
to do
gonna
that.
I'm just gonna scroll up to one of my tests that I did to you directly, Liam, and just see if I can make that public then. Reveal to everyone. There, yeah, I can. It's nice.
Um,
Alright.
Yeah, so you can't actually discern what's up with this horse. It's kind of weird. Normally, you have a good read on animals.
I
in
was
this
just trying to capture it, remember? Sorry, Liam, just to let you know, before you reveal anything.
Oh yeah, well that's fine. I'm talking to Lorne here.
Oh, okay.
I suppose you normally have a pretty good read on horses, but in this particular case, you can't really figure out what's going on with it. It seems like it looks like it's just kind of blank, like it's just like it's just a robot or something.
Can I look around then to see if there's anything that spooked it? Because I can't think of any other reason what might.
Make a challenging perception test.
Another failure coming right up.
Will you stop saying that before you roll?
Well, unless you want to take a dark deal, doesn't seem like you're able to find anything. It looks like the forest is mostly abandoned.
Look, the horse is there. Let's just grab it. All three of us can grab it at once. Problem solved. Let's take it back. All right?
Yeah. Look, it's just standing there. Just like you grab a bit of, grab that long grass over there, and just fucking.
Is the horse saddled at the moment?
No, it's a coach horse.
Yeah, it's a coach horse, so it would have been let loose. Elf, you people are good with your animals, aren't you?
Not one bit.
Am I out here with these guys?
You can be.
Yeah, that's it. As far as I knew, it was just the elf, Lorne, and me.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay.
But I mean, it's if you came with us, that's fine. It's just that was all I knew. That's why I only said the three of us.
No, I'll be in the bar then.
Okay. Shall we just all three of us jump it at once? Make sure we grab it, pull it back.
Does it have no? Is it just completely bare and no guide on it at all?
Nah.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
not
nothing on
gonna
it.
let That beast. My friend Ronnie got his head kicked in the stables 2 years ago.
Then don't walk behind it.
What if it turns? Like you
I
never
mean-
know. They're bloody quick. I ain't going up there.
Alright, Bretonian, you ain't a pussy, I know that. You know your fucking horses, you've got one.
Yeah.
Are we getting this horse or not?
Yeah. Let's grab the horse. Grab it by the front from the side, and we'll just gently guide it.
I'm
It
gonna.
shouldn't take.
It does have
I'm
a
gonna let you
bridle.
take. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
it
gonna
has a
let
bridle.
you. Oh, it has a bridle. Okay, I didn't realise that.
So I'll take
Well,
it by the bridle.
yeah,
And
I'm gonna
I'll
let
walk it
you-
back to the-
I'm gonna let you deal with this horse because I've had some issues with it earlier.
But I'm on edge, so I unsling the shield on my back and just put it in my arm.
Why are you getting your weapons out?
I'm not drawing my weapon. I'm just getting my shield in a more comfortable position.
I pull up my axe and say, "You better not fucking turn on me, prick."
And then I continue walking the horse.
Do we?
Yeah, it's
succeed,
fine.
Liv?
Make a charm animal test, please. Again. This one
he get
is
plus 10 off
average.
me?
This one is average.
So
Does he get plus 10 off me?
Yep,
You
that's
should do
fine.
it because yours is higher. So
Yeah, whoever
Yeah,
is the
this horse
highest
doesn't
can make
like
the
me.
test, and it's average. So you've got.
I
plus
think
20.
it's better that we let you do it because this horse doesn't like me in terms of the non-meta game. So I'm just gonna help you in general.
okay. In that case,
Have plus 10 and enjoy yourself.
yeah, average. You said.
Yep.
Damn it! God, that would have been a pass.
I'm
if
not
you'd
good at
done it.
this.
The animal bucks and whinnies aggressively and pulls itself away from you as soon as you try to manhandle it. It says to you, "Fuck off!" and then runs into the forest.
I just turn to look at Lorne and just stare at him like, "Is this normal?"
I shake my head, feeling ashamed.
at Lauren as well, but he doesn't say anything.
I just assumed it was Lauren that said fuck off.
Just the rest
Oh.
of it.
Wait, did Lorne say fuck off or the horse?
No, the horse said fuck off.
Did the horse actually speak, or was that?
Yes,
just
the
body
horse
language
spoke.
Of it? The horse spoke.
Yes.
Okay, I go to the and reply to Ron. No, that is definitely not normal.
Well, what do you want to do then? You've got a horse, haven't you?
I can't ride it at the moment. Let's chase after this one. And then
It can't even pull a coach.
Afraid not. As I say, sprinting towards the horse that's bucked to see if I can catch up with it.
We dwarves are wasted on cross country. We're natural sprinters. I shout as I chase after you.
Good. You might catch up then.
I just hear two figures just sprint into the darkness, and I'm just. Who else is with me?
I think it's just us three. And
Where's Wilst?
I mean, anyone else could have by this point gone, it's kind of weird that they haven't come back yet. And gone to
I
the
mean,
next
as far as I
meeting.
knew, the elf was with us, Antarius.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm running with y'all.
Yeah, cool.
So you all go sprinting into the forest.
Yes. After a swearing horse.
How far are we from the?
No direction at
How
all.
far are we from the coach Devon station?
Make a navigation test to see if you're able to keep your heading while you chase this animal into the
We were a
fucking forest.
5-minute walk away from it. I don't know anymore.
Who was supposed to take that test?
Whoever had the highest nav. You can all make it. Any of you
Oh,
can make
sorry, I thought.
Okay.
Average or
God.
challenging?
it. Challenging.
Challenging? Okay.
Thank God for the elf.
Fortunately, Legolas and his elven eyes have not lost track of the way back to the coaching inn. As finally you manage to catch up to the horse, and this time you're able to wrangle it successfully, and you bring it under control.
I want to stand in front of it and point it between the eyes and say, "Don't swear at me, you cunts."
Silence.
I say, I'm sorry to have startled you. Do you mind if we take you back to the
Why are you talking to the
tavern?
horse?
Because
You start talking to a horse. You feel kind of weird as it ignores you and just kind of eats
Definitely.
grass.
I definitely feel very weird talking to the horse.
How many ales did you drink?
I had 3, but that's irrelevant. This fucking horse swore at me earlier. I pull out my axe and point it at the horse. Now listen, I know you can talk. You know you can talk. So how about you fucking prove it again?
The animal continues to graze on the grass.
I take the bridle the horse has and attempt to ride it bareback.
Okay.
It really sounded like you're raw dogging that horse. I'm just being honest.
Okay, can you make a difficult ride horse check?
Difficult, yes. No! I can't roll well.
Hold on, I need to check some rules on something.
I'm gonna injure myself being thrown off this horse, aren't I? Most certainly.
Yes, you are.
Runk would like to say in the meta game, he is quite drunk.
Okay, can you make a difficult toughness test for me, please? As this animal rears up on its hind legs and literally yeets you off of its back. Okay, take 2 wounds as you come tumbling off of the animal.
Do my toughness or armor have any impact on that?
No. That's what the toughness test was for. It's the SL.
I'd like to grab the horse by its bridle and just stop physically dragging it back. Like, literally just brute force dragging this horse back towards the thing.
Okay, that's fine.
I've had a fucking enough of you.
So, hang on. So, Lorne has been kicked off of the horse, or rather, he's been thrown off, and has landed on the ground, and he's injured himself. He's taken 2 wounds, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, your toughness bonus doesn't affect it, because you already made a toughness test. Your armor doesn't apply in this case.
It's a shame because I'd have taken no damage then.
How many wounds do you have in total?
I've got 15 in total, so I'm down to 13.
You're down to 13. Okay. Yeah. So you're mildly hurt by that. You haven't hurt yourself particularly badly. It's just a bit of a fall.
Just something that will wake up next day with a bruise or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bruise your ribs. Alright, so what do I need to do to physically drag this horse?
You're able to do so. It's not exactly... It's a bit agitated, but it's not like resisting being pulled along by the bridle.
I'm going to swear exactly 26 times as I drag this horse back to the stable.
Fortunately, the elf is able to guide you back. And you're able to make your way out of the woods without any incident. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Stop looking at me, Antares.
Can I check?
There's a reason I have my shield in my hand, because I can't shake that feeling.
What do you mean he's looking at you? He's probably too tall. Just sees over you.
Look around.
I'm gonna. Sorry, was that Whithold who said that?
No.
Whithold isn't there.
Oh, which
He's
character
back
was
at
it?
the time.
Kern Schneiffer. I'm going to turn on Kern. What did you say? Did you make a comment about my height?
No, I was making a joke about his height.
Well, that's all right then. I'm tall. Stupidly tall elves.
Yeah,
What was Antorius doing?
I was looking around to see if I could notice if I noticed anything in particular.
Difficult perception test.
Oof.
Can I assist in on this as I
No.
do the same when we get back to the tavern?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Go on then. Yeah. Okay.
What, just
A
challenging?
plus 10 for you, Antarius.
That'll just be a plus 10 modifier.
Okay.
You look around quite attentively, but if there is something out there, you can't see it. Maybe you're just imagining it.
Okay.
Have we managed to get the horse back into the stable now?
After about 10 minutes of pulling this horse back the way you came, you do eventually manage to get it back to the coach's inn.
Right, Antares, you've made friends with a lovely lady. I give him a cheeky wink. I think you should go and tell her that we have successfully wrangled the horses and it's probably time to turn in. Make sure we get the coach drivers in bed too. What do you think?
I'm going to turn in and see to my own injuries.
So I approach Lady Isolde, then I inform her of our successful retrieval of the horses.
Oh, excellent. Finally, that's been resolved. Oh. I don't want to know anything about what happened. Just make sure that when we get up in the morning, I can leave.
Of course, of course. It's probably best to go to get some sleep right now, though. We do have a long day ahead of us. And then I go find a bed and
I'm gonna go and sleep on top of the carriage to make
the
sure
landlord.
they sleep without me.
The landlord tells you that it's 6 pennies for a bed for the night.
I'll offer the landlord 3, but I'll happily sleep in the dinged up room.
I was about to inquire about the.
You can make a haggle check if you want to try and reduce that price.
Yes. I haven't succeeded on
That'll be
anything,
challenging.
but I will try. Challenging.
What check?
Oh, I succeeded.
Oh, thank God you did.
Well, let's check whether he can win an opposed roll. Gustav Haggle.
I'm gonna go and sleep on top of the carriage.
does
So
he?
make Miss
God.
Lady Isolde to-
He's not interested. You pay 6 brass pennies so you sleep with the horses.
I'll sleep with the horses. I don't trust the dwarf.
All right, so be it. You're gonna have a rough night out in the stable.
I
I'm
obviously
still
paid
suspicious of the horse that swore at the dwarf.
I don't know. I don't know if multiple people. I don't know if multiple people are able to make that payment.
Is it? What's happening? Are we getting a one room between us all, or is it
It's 6 brass pennies a head.
like 6 brass pennies a head? Right. I can afford
I'm
that.
sleeping on top of the coach.
I'm sleeping in the stable with my horse.
I would just have a bed.
Yeah, I'll just. I'll take a bed as well. Yeah.
But before I do retire, and after I've made this transaction, I would like to just have a little walk around the tavern and try and find the window.
The window?
The window.
Oh, you mean like the outside of the window that
Yeah, where
you were at earlier? That's fine. So anyone else who wants to buy a room needs to pay 6 brass pennies.
I just took it out because your pacing didn't work for me.
Oh, okay, well,
I just negatived it out. So.
okay. As long as you've removed 6 brass pennies, that's fine.
Yeah, what?
Okay, so the 2 people who are sleeping outside and roughing it, I want an average toughness test from you, please.
Right, 1 second, I'm just having a piss.
Oh, delightful.
Yes, a success!
Lorne, you although you're sleeping it rough, you managed to have a decent night without catching a cold or otherwise
Sleeping
being.
with the horses. I've done this tons of times before.
You do okay.
I gain back any of the wounds that was injured.
I
don't actually know.
I'm actually
wounds
not
work.
familiar with that.
Wow. Wrong.
Mate, I'm brass too. I'm used to sleeping with horses.
Yeah, this dwarf doesn't give a fuck. Let me just pull up the rule book a second. I just need to check the wounds section.
What page is that? Just so I can have it for my reference.
I'll tell you when I've found it.
Oh, there's a nat 1. Lovely. It's
Yeah, I
weird
know,
with D&D
impressive.
knowing that
2
fucking...
seconds, I'm grabbing a drink real quick.
I think it should be on page 172. You will not regain consciousness unless you heal wounds. See healing on page 181. Healing.
Oh.
And time most injuries heal. Yeah, so healing is on page 181. Without medical attention, you can attempt an average endurance test after a good sleep once a day. You
Okay,
heal
so
wounds
can I do
equal
that
to
in
the
the
success
morning?
level plus your toughness bonus.
I mean, I have healing.
I
can try
have
and
this
heal him.
heal skill as well, so... Can I attempt to do that in the morning when it comes to that time to that, seeing as I slept well?
Well, you can just roll an endurance test. You've slept, so you can roll an endurance test and see if you recover.
Oh, just a normal endurance.
Average.
Which one's endurance? A skill, isn't it?
It's a skill.
Average. Roll. Yes, +3, so I'm back to full wounds.
Yeah, so it would be 3 plus your toughness bonus.
Yeah, which is 4, so...
Yeah, so yeah, you're healed. You're good.
I have a nice toughness bonus.
Yeah. The heal skill. It's probably worth looking into the heal skill later, but we're gonna learn as we go a little bit here. I'm not massively familiar with the rules for 4th edition, so I'm learning as much as you guys are. So have some patience.
So
as long as...
if Lorne and I are going to sleep in the stable together, he gets to hear me kind of crying and muttering to myself as I cuddle my axe.
I talk to him to see what's up, and I'm guessing...
Shut the fuck up.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
I give him the finger and roll.
If I can just go back to Kern Scheifer. You make your way around the back of the inn. What exactly are you looking for? You found the window. Looking at the ground around you nearby. Make a perception test, I suppose. Yeah. Make it challenging.
I'm back, sorry about
Oh,
that, lads.
hello. Make a perception test for me. Challenging.
It's just squinting through whatever I imagine reads and...
Yeah, you're like currently round the back of the inn, underneath where the window is, and you're like looking around.
Roll?
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So looking at the ground here, you found what you think are claw marks, and what it seems like this is weird. Like you think you found some kind of 3-legged thing. It's got a hoof, a foot, and a claw.
A hoof, a foot, and a claw. What pattern does it? Is there like a?
It's like it looks like it's like
What's the front?
lumbering along. Like it's like going on three. It's like it's got a back leg of a hoof and a back leg of a foot, and then a front like arm of a claw. And it's using all three to
So
like.
is it like a cat with three different
It's like a cat with 3 legs.
Okay, I don't know what to make of it all. Where's are my friends sleeping outside?
It also looks like it might be kind of like, because of the distance between each of the prints, it might be like leaping along like a kangaroo.
I would like eye the prints and like kind of look at the window, then look towards like where the prints where they lead off to. See if I can follow the trail, but not too far.
Into the woods.
Just lead straight into the woods.
Yep.
I immediately turn away and start making towards the stables where I know some of my companions may be.
All right, you do that. You find Lorne and Runk snuggling up, ready for bed. By this time, most of the people in the tavern, just because I haven't spoken to Witold for a while, most of the people in the tavern have started retiring now. It's basically just you and Gustav at this point. Gustav is kind of smoking his pipe and he's finishing up a few last bits that he needed to do before he retires.
Hey, you got any backy there?
Yeah, by all means, mate. Help yourself here. Yeah, it gives you some tobacco.
You got a pipe to go with that, friend?
Oh, bloody hell, you're trying to rinse me dry, aren't you? Yeah, go on then. Yeah, you can use Herpins.
Thank you. I figured I'd take it up.
You're bloody lucky, mate. You wouldn't find a coachman with this much generosity.
No, you've been very generous indeed.
Only at the 4 horses.
You know, I'm assuming at this point I'm a little bit wasted, so you know, I just want to apologise for what the elf said. You know, I mean, I'm sure your wine was lovely.
Well, you know, it is what it is, right? Like, these elves, they're always, like, coming over here and, like, trying to, like, look down on us and stuff, right? So, I think, you know, if it was up to me, right, if I was, like, the Emperor, I'd just be like, right, all of you lot, fuck off. Like, go back to the fucking Ulfwang or whatever it is that you came from.
We're all thinking it.
Yeah, we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. It's just that some of us are not brave enough to say. Jesus Christ, no.
Rockland means Rockland.
I'm not. Yeah,
We voted for the Imperial Diet.
I don't hate the elves. But what's wrong with just saying?
I'm not racist. I just don't like elves.
I'm not racist, but
you know.
Look,
Like, I heard the other day, like dwarves are here, and they've been, you know, some of the basic jobs, you know, brick making and stuff like that. They've been taking that away.
for fuck's sake. Right. Anyway. So, Gustav is like, yeah, well, it is what it is. At the end of the day, right, he's good money, he's going to pay for it, he's paid for his bed. I can take a bit of trouble, right? Like, you're not going to make it in the coaching world if you can't handle a bit of sour tongue. You know what I mean?
Why do you put up with your drivers though? They seem a useless pair.
Well, you see, I'm actually sponsored by Wretched Lines, right? So they pay me a monthly sum, so that I'll keep their coaches can always come in here, and their tabs are always covered. And like I'll help them like sort out their wagons and stuff. In return, they'll pay me a monthly fee to make sure that they can, you know, like use my services reliably. It's like a bit of a two-way relationship, if you catch my drift.
Okay, I get you. Well, I mean, I'm just I'm a letter runner for a living, yeah, mailman.
Right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, well, maybe I understand Ratchet Lines are probably hiring at the moment. Maybe you can get some work with them. Anyway, listen, been good talking to you, but I'm going to head off. I'm going to get myself to bed. You keep yourself safe. I'm sure your bed's all sorted upstairs. Just take yourself off when you're ready.
Yeah, Elsa. And then I go to
Meanwhile, outside in the stables.
I'm just gonna keep like cuddling my axe and whispering to it quietly, swearing at Lorne anytime he asks me any questions. Then I go to sleep, I guess.
Does Kern wish to do anything here?
Sorry, I was muted there. Forgot to turn myself back on. Approaching the stable, not trying to noise the dwarf, or so to say, more so to the other gentleman, Lorne. Just gently shaking his shoulder if he's asleep and be like, "Psst, Lorne, this cunt. I think if your guys are staying out here, I think you need to be aware. Do you know anything hooved and footed with a claw?"
No, I don't. I don't know if Lorne does either.
You might maybe want to have a look at this with me. It's just some odd tracks trailing out into the woods.
Tracks of what?
Exactly. I see a foot, a hoof, and a claw. And we saw the claw from the window. Something was in there. I heard the ruckus before I entered.
I'm thinking chaos, so I draw my sword and offer a quick prayer to the lady before heading over.
And that room, the barkeeper mentioned it was that the man who rode off, the Middenheim man.
The courier from Middenheim.
Boris.
Well, Boris Todbringer is the Elector Count of Middenheim. That wasn't that man himself.
No.
Boris Todbringer the 10th of Middenheim.
Were the footprints big? Did the animal seem big?
Well, yeah, it was a man's rear. You think the rear legs was a man's foot and a hoof of a hooved beast. But then
Sounds interesting. Let's do it. I'd grab both my axe and my small pick and I'd kind of follow you out.
Okay, well, I was saying more to just warn you in case you might be. But yeah, okay, I feel safer with those axes out. Just casually walking behind.
You feel like it might be prudent, if you're intending to head out into the woods, it might be a prudent idea to let Witold or Antarius know.
Right, you head back and get the others. We'll start following this thing.
Listen, I either want to sleep, I want to fuck, or I want to fight. I say that we go back to bed. If it attacks, it attacks. Then everyone else can join in.
I suppose we could better luck finding it in the daylight. Yes.
I don't fancy going into the forest in the night. You already have one issue with a fucking swearing horse.
Even the most death-seeking dwarf is well aware that heading into the forest of Reichland in winter at midnight is probably suicidal, even for him.
Well,
is Morsleb large tonight, or
whatever does look around these woods?
Morsleb is not large.
It's worth a mention. So you two tuck in, have a safe night outside with whatever that beast might be. I'm gonna sleep in my nice warm bed.
Something to bear in mind. Something that I might not have mentioned. The coaching inn itself has a small palisade around it. This is a common staple in most coaching inns. It's like a walled inn. So it's got like a little courtyard where the stable is. So you're not like completely exposed. Like there is a wall. Although whether or not a wall is really going to stop something determined is another matter.
Is that like a wall of spikes, or is it more like in Lord of the Rings where it's that closed-in town?
It's more like
down with a spike at the end.
It's basically like a 5-foot stone wall.
Okay.
It's not particularly. It's like well, you can't see over it, but most humans could.
Right, fuck you, prick.
It's just an obstacle, basically.
Fuck you.
Who's the tallest of us?
Probably Antarius.
I am 6'5".
Oh, an inch over me.
Yeah, he's five over me.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go to sleep now.
That's fine. So are the rest of you taking yourselves off, or are some of you suicidally going into the forest?
I take the bits
all
off.
about suicidally going into the forest because I want to make sure anything mutated or corrupted is killed. I realise the fact that it would be suicidal to do so.
Okay.
I'm not suicidal like the dwarf, but
I just wanted to warn my companions, so I'm just guilt free. If they die,
Yep.
if they die, it's on their fault. They were too cheap to buy our room, so I'm just gonna.
That's fine with me as well, mate. I'll let the night dickhead wander off on his bill.
I return to the bed I've made out of straw, but I keep my sword and shield in easy reach, and I'm still wearing my full armor.
You sleep in your full armor. What a great idea.
I mean, I'm just cuddling my axe, so I'm fine.
Right. Okay, so I think everyone is retiring, and you're all going to be going to sleep. Okay.
Is anyone in the room of the?
Yeah, I'm in one with you.
Are you in the old room, the wrecked room?
I don't know, Mr. DM.
They tried to haggle for it, I guess. Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't me.
Oh.
I just paid up for normally.
It wasn't me.
I can hear Liam typing furiously.
Yeah, which means a secret message is going on.
There are indeed secret messages going on.
How can you tell if a message is secret or not?
Because they're typing and we can't see anything. That's how you know.
Let's see if that works.
Well,
As we
I have a
wait,
lovely dream about.
Punch Sniper's ritual of undressing and preparing for his daily.
Yes, it was.
So as he approaches the room, he neatly folds his cape over the bed, and then he takes the jacket just by the collar, make sure he doesn't crease it, unbuttoning it, and then pulling it over himself as it's just a 2-button collared linen shirt. Pulling off his socks now. Wriggling his nasty, dank toes from walking.
Meanwhile, Runk is gently laying kisses along the sharp edge of his axe, stroking the hard wooden shaft as he slowly begins to snuggle in closer to it. Are we done sleeping yet, Liam? What's going on here?
I'm sending fucking messages. Shut up.
A cut goes up near to the closest candle and just dips his fingers into the melted wax, just to get his fingertips melted. It's a habit of his.
I slowly pick up a piece of straw off the floor and run it along the length of my body, as I continue to stroke my hand up and down the length of the wooden axe shaft.
There's like a psychic communication happening across the end of the series with some romance. Waxing candles.
Whoa! I'm having a dream. Apparently.
I run my thumb along the sharp edge of the axe, slowly drawing blood and licking the blood off the axe.
You know the DM's going to punish you all for this, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen, the DM's taking some time sending private messages. We've got to entertain ourselves somewhere.
No, wrong. That picture's perfect.
I know. Actually, to me, it fits perfectly with my persona.
I wake up,
Yeah.
see what Runk is doing, and just shuffle my bed a few meters further away.
You don't want to get.
I suddenly soil my breeches and then give my axe one last kiss before rolling over and going to sleep.
I'm glad I shuffled a few meters further away.
There's one more to do.
Slowly I awake. I stand on top of the coach and have a piss off the side, feeling like I'm on top of the world. I give my axe a nice calm look and stroke the metal before sliding it back into the frog on my belt.
I'm gonna go for the smoke quickly while he last piece can it. Yubby.
Oh, having a sweaty dream.
All my dreams are sweaty, mate.
I'm sweaty right now, to be honest, man. It's...
Now then, I have some experience to distribute.
Ooh. Oh, we finished with the session?
Not quite yet, but
Oh,
like
good.
we're coming.
I'm glad it's only...
We're coming closer to the end, so I want to like clean up that section, if you will.
Okay.
Right. So, Kernt, you have received 10 points. Antarius, you have received 15 points.
Okay.
Runk, you have received 10 points. Lorne, you have received 10 points. And Wheatold, you have received 10 points.
You went for a smoke.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Oh, okay.
There is more to come, but I wanted to get that part out of the way because that relates to some of the things that happened during that segment.
Okay. Do we know what we got experience for?
No.
Okay. It'll be a fun guessing game.
Do we wake
I
up
will
then?
leave you to ponder.
Interesting.
Well, if it's morning now, I would have found...
You have awoken in the morning. It was quite early. Some of you didn't sleep very well. But,
I'm going
As
to
al-
check around the surroundings just to see if there's any sign of the beasts that Whittold's... Crunk, was it? Spotted last night.
front.
the morning is misty and overcast.
As always, I had a good few pints last night, so I wake up feeling refreshed as ever.
It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. You can see Lady Isolde, her companions, the quiet fellow with the book that nobody spoke to, and Philippe are all in the bar room, and they're having breakfast, which is being served by Gustav.
Oh, the... Not
Do
having
I
much
see
bread.
anything when looking for the beast that was spotted last night?
Doesn't seem like anything happened overnight.
Okay, then I'm going to go up and chat to the person with the book.
I'm going to sit as far away from possible as Lady Isolde and ask for breakfast.
I go join Lady Isolde for breakfast.
Oh, hello again, Antarius. How did you sleep? It's so good to see you.
Wonderfully. I just small talk, you know, again. Appearances or whatever.
Meanwhile, the man with the book is eating his breakfast on his own in a table in the corner. As Lorne makes his way over, he kind of looks at you awkwardly. He's like, yes, can I help you?
You seem like an intelligent gentleman, able to obviously read. What brings you to these parts?
I'm meant to be going to Altdorf. I'm a student at the medical college.
Ah, surgeon in training, are you?
Yes, that's right.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes.
I have a suspicious feeling we may be needing of your services soon.
Well, I would certainly hope not. But if you do excuse me, I do have an exam that's coming up when I get to Altdorf, so I do need to study. I'm sorry.
and get myself some food.
Yeah, I'm going to come in and... what's for breakfast then? What have we got?
Are you serving the old bacon and eggs? Classic.
Bacon and eggs. You can't beat it of that. How much for bacon and eggs?
It's only 2 brass pennies.
Is it not included in the room, surely? I mean...
You can make a haggle attempt if you want to try and persuade him to give it to you.
I mean, 6 is quite a lot for a room. Maybe, you know, a little bit of breakfast on the side.
Make an average haggle attempt.
Haggle. There we are.
Is it not? Does food not come with the room, though?
Apparently not in this place. But apparently it does for Witold, who manages to convince him that he and all of his companions should be getting breakfast for free, since you were such a good help getting the horses around.
Hey, maybe you don't want to give the elf. Maybe not give the elf. You know what I mean? A little bit of foreign attacks that could cover us, all right?
You know what? I think you're right. I'll charge him double.
I'll give you a good old slap on the arm. It's like, yeah, there's a man I like. There you go. Empire for the humans, am I right?
I do have a question.
Yep.
Did I overhear the conversation between the book reader and Warren?
Yes.
Can I roll an intuition check to see if he was lying?
Yeah.
Because,
make a challenging intuition check, by all means, so you can see if you can discern anything from that conversation. As far as you can tell, the guy, you think that he's being curiously short and unwilling to have conversation. You don't really know whether he's lying. You don't really think there's any reason for him to be lying. But it really seems like he wants to keep to himself.
Okay. Just a little bit curious.
Can I go and speak to the caravan drivers?
They're not here.
Oh.
Probably too.
Can I go and find the caravan drivers?
How do you want to go about doing that? Do you ask Gustav where they are?
So I'm going to shove the bacon and eggs down my throat. And then I'm going to go speak over to Gustav and ask where he suspects they may have crashed.
Well, they'll be in their room, won't they? If you head up, it's third on the left.
Third on the left. Thanks very much, boss. I wander upstairs and knock on that room.
As you go and knock on the room, you get no answer.
I knock again really, really, really hard.
Fuck off, cunt!
I open the door. Is it unlocked or?
It is unlocked.
Come on, lads. Carbuncle's fixed. Let's get a ride on.
You
Don't know why I spoke in that accent. That's the wrong voice. Come on, lads. Carbuncle's fixed. Let's get a move on.
You open the door and you're immediately greeted by the smell of beer and piss. You see these two men slumped. One's just on the floor and the other's on the bed. And they're completely fucked. Like,
right,
they look like they are suffering a titanic hangover.
Right, lads, hair of the dog. Come on, let's get up and at him. I give them a sip from my flask and drag them over to the shower.
Oh,
shower? Would that have
fuck off!
Bucket of water.
I'll throw a cup of water on each of them and say, right, come on, have a sip of this. This'll get you going.
The two men stumble awkwardly out of the room, staggering, clutching their heads in pain, muttering quietly. You are not entirely convinced they're really in a good state to drive a coach.
I'm going to take them to the side of the corridor before we get downstairs. Right, lads, it's clear that you can't drive, yeah?
Oh, fuck it. What? Why are we driving?
It's
Can't we wait? We can wait. Give us another hour.
Listen, think about the lady you sold. Is she going to be happy with that? She promised you 2 gold crowns.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
So listen, how about this, right? Let's make it simple, keep it safe for you. Obviously, you boys need those gold crowns, you said last night, didn't you?
Yeah.
So how about me and my friends take care of guarding and driving the coach, and you give us 1 gold crown. You can keep the other one for yourselves.
Boss won't like that. We can't do that.
Listen, you drive the coach anyway. You said last night it's 5 coppers for us to take that. 5 brass. So, the gold crown is just a bonus on top of the fee.
Yeah,
so if we
but
take one
no,
gold
you
crown,
don't
we'll
get
take
it.
care of it for
You
you.
don't get it, mate. You're just extra. The charter was for Lady Isolde. The boss in Altdorf is going to be expecting the money.
All right then. And do you think you can drive right now? Would the boss be more or less pissed off if you arrive on time?
Fuck.
Look, you know the laws of the road. You can't drive if you're this hungover.
What about, look, how about 10 shillings?
That's 2 for each of us. Throw in an extra 1 for me and you've got a deal.
Yeah, okay, go on then.
Alright, I'm gonna
Look,
come downstairs and...
we'll have to take out our pay holds. Fucking hell.
You boys shouldn't have been as drunk as you were. You already wrecked the car.
Oh, sure, we don't need to hear that, dwarf.
I stick my hand out for the pay before I head downstairs.
Oh, fuck off. You get half now, half then.
That's alright, fine with me, as long as I get my extra 1 now.
He hands you 6 shillings.
Alright. I head downstairs and let the others know of the development. Antares, you're obviously in the main coach with the lovely lady. The rest of us, we're taking care of guarding and driving the coach. So all of you gain 1 shilling.
Gustav seems mostly amused as you come back downstairs. He's like, well, I think the rest of you will have to cram yourselves on there. I mean, there's not another coach due for like another 2 days, something like that. It's probably going to be about as crowded as that one.
So if Antares, if you go in the main coach, that'll keep her ladyship entertained. The rest of us can travel on the top of the coach. Sound good?
On top of the coach.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of people do it. They ride up on the roof of the coach because they can't fit any more people inside.
I believe our 2 lovely drivers are going to have a kip on top, but unfortunately there's no way we're getting anywhere unless we take this deal. What do you think?
Who's driving?
So we get what we get. We get a shilling out of this. Do we say?
To be clear,
A shilling
there
each,
there is a drive skill that you will need in order to be able to effectively drive a coach.
Isn't it just your agility plus any skill bonuses?
Yeah.
You have advanced.
I have drive.
I got. Yeah, I've got a bit of experience with horses.
I used to ride the coaches doing my rounds.
And I'll chill on top with the drunken loafs who are eating the breakfast at the end of the bar. I'll take care of guarding. One of you boys can drive, and the others can entertain a ladyship. I'm assuming Antares has got the inn there, as he seemed to have so much fun last night. And you can give him a cheeky wink.
But I'll sit up front. Who's like? How good are you at driving?
Who here?
Yeah, whoever has the
good
best
at
drive
driving?
skill.
Mine's 40. I don't know if that's good or not.
I got 30.
I've got 36.
Alright, so my experience riding horses seems to prove that I'm probably one of the better drivers here, even though I've not got much experience in it. I'll take one of the carriages.
There's only one.
There's only one.
There's only one.
I'll squeeze in the side there. I'll just do a bit of guiding for you just in case.
Yeah, someone who's good at watching out for hazards, give me a hand here.
Well, I guess we wait for everyone to finish breakfast before we head to the coach. If everyone's okay with that.
I've scoffed at the bacon eggs down. Last good meal until Altdorf, I believe.
How long
Okay, so
is it expected to take to get to the next coach station?
you think that reaching the next coach station should probably take maybe a few hours, you think, to reach the next coaching inn. To actually reach Altdorf itself, it's probably a 2-day journey.
Oh,
Okay. How many miles is it to the next coaching station?
Day, you just said.
It's
No,
probably
on
You're not sure exactly how many miles it's going to be, but the coachmen say that it's probably going to take a few hours to get there.
If we push the horses hard, could we get to Altdorf in a single day?
You don't really think that's feasible. You'd have to travel through the night.
Okay.
You might even kill the horses doing it that fast.
Yeah. So Lady Assault would not be happy with that.
I think the lady would be happy to arrive a day early, even if it meant the cramped conditions of the carriage.
I don't think so. Have you
I
met
don't
her?
think she'd be happy. Of course I've met her. She swore at me and told me to get out of the tavern.
Well, I think she needs to get there by when? Like 2 days from now? Today? Tomorrow?
2 days.
She's currently on time to get there.
No, it sounds like that lady is old, right? She needs a good man in her. She sounds a bit uptight.
I look at Antares.
Antares.
He's something of a man.
Yeah,
He's man adjacent.
A good trick, isn't it? Let's use that old silver tongue of yours. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, we can just take it slow. Let's just take it a 2-day travel or whatever.
Yeah, take it.
I mean, is there any reason that any of you are in a major rush?
Yeah,
No,
I wouldn't take
really,
it.
not really.
I wouldn't take it too slow, mate. We've only got 2 days to woo.
Well, I'm on a quite tight schedule myself, so.
So should we
As long
just
as it
ride for the next inn then? I guess.
Yep.
So at about 9:30 in the morning, finally everyone's ready to get going. You've got Philippe and Ernst up on top. Ernst, by the way, is, as he introduces himself, is the name of the medical student.
Oh, I forgot to ask his
Can
bloody
I start a conversation with him when we get
bonjour,
riding?
Philippe.
Yeah, Philippe is up there as well. Who else is coming? You've got Marie, you've got the maid, Jana, and you've got Isolde there inside the wagon, inside the carriage. And I think that everybody who's traveling, there's the coachman, obviously. They're having a kip on. They're having a kip on the fucking roof. Another one, it's only Marie, Jana, Isolde, and Antarius who are inside.
And how big is the coach on the inside?
It's big enough for 5 people. There's currently 4.
Okay.
Guessing it's sort of like Transylvanian sort of size, right?
Yeah.
Big coach like that.
So what? Antares on the inside, someone else, Lorne on the front driving with Witold.
Isolde's made a very strong point of not wanting to be crammed in with the riffraff inside.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to stay outside. So who else is rich as well as the elf?
Me, but she's already sworn me as a foreign bastard, so
Yeah.
she hates me.
I kind of, I'm a reputable man around these parts, trusted with the people's coin, so to say. So maybe I could squeeze in there if the ride gets too cold.
Okay.
So
So
wasn't
Kern,
I one of the wood drivers?
yeah,
but-
you're one of the drivers. So Kern and Antares on the inside, Lorne and Witold on the front, me on the roof with the other 2, and the 2 drunk guards.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. I can
Alright.
take over driving if you get tired of the rest as well.
I'd like to engage in a lively debate with the medical student about leeches and their effects on blood, in terms of medical health.
I'm going to keep an ear on this conversation as I'm driving.
Okay, you could make a gossip check for me, please. It's going to be challenging.
Me.
Would it?
No,
I'm just
Runk.
going to say, would it not be related to heal?
Well, no, because your agenda isn't really to talk to him about leeches, is it? It's to see if he's going to trip himself up.
Well, I'm more trying to find out information specifically related to the pages from last night. So I'm going for medicine related. It would be my argument.
Okay, so what exactly are you trying to learn?
I'd like to find out what he knows about leeches in terms of medicine, how they use.
Are you trying to figure out if he's read that book?
I'm trying to work out if he's read that book. I'm trying to work out if he's been studying anything related to that recently, or if there's been any changes in the knowledge relating to leeches and medicine.
Okay. Make a difficult heal check.
Okay, that's fine. Challenging.
There's just this dwarf coming out with like literature, and you're like, well,
Mate, I'm educated. Sort of.
You bandy back and forth with this guy about the subject of like healing and folk medicine and the latest academic proposals about healing that have come out of the Altdorf colleges and universities. It seems like he probably doesn't know as much about the subject as he probably should for someone who's supposedly trying to pass an exam. You're going to worry that maybe he's probably going to flunk this exam. You seem to you think you might actually know more than he does.
Can I try and help him study?
Yeah, you can do.
Okay. What would that be to roll to help his studying skills?
I don't need you to make a roll for that. He's just grateful to accept your help. And he's kind of surprised at, like, this seemingly very low status dwarf slayer is, like, helping him study for an exam. He's like, this is a bit surreal.
Well, I know lots of things related to battlefield medicine, not much else. So I can help you with the practical aspect, but the theoretical, that's on you. And looking at you, I'm sure you're more than talented enough to know those things, yeah?
He seems genuinely grateful for the help. And you spend the next hour or two going through his notes with him and pointing out some of the mistakes that he's made.
I'm going to try and start a conversation with the coach driver just because...
They're sleeping.
I think they're asleep, mate.
No, I mean, I forget who it is. Our guy who's driving the coach.
Lorne.
Yeah, I'll start up a conversation with Lorne because like the idea of sitting there for 4 hours as they talk about medicine is
gonna make you kill yourself.
you still
tell you.
Yeah, you still a coach.
Yeah.
Where was it you were from?
Baston.
Oh, okay. I've never got myself down that much. I'm actually from Nordland, further north from here.
Baston's just on the other side of the Axbite Pass, from a small village there. My father used to own it.
Nobleman, huh? But fallen on harder times.
Unfortunately, yes.
It happens, man. It happens.
It begins to rain.
I will continue to sit out on it.
Yeah, I'm sitting out there. I'll just put up a hood, wrap a cloak around me.
Sorry, Liam, quick question. What was the name of the medical student?
Ernst.
Does he have a second name?
He does. Where is he? Give me a sec. Need to find his fucking name. Heidelman. Ernst Heidelman. I'll spell that for you.
No, it's alright. I took a guess.
I just poke my head out the window and
Nailed it, mate.
Look at the chaps in the rain and be like, oh, boys, you're looking a little wet there. And I tuck back in.
I stick 2 fingers up at him whilst I'm driving.
So, you're continuing to make your way down the road. And the rain is pouring, and you're having various conversations. And as you round a bend, you come upon a grisly sight. Squatting in the middle of the road is what looks to be a human. His back to the coach, bent over a body. The figure turns as your coach rolls around the corner, and you see a severed hand hanging out of his mouth. Flesh hangs in tatters from his face, and green fluid leaks from his eyes. He spits out the hand and shrieks at you.
Oh shit, whip the horses, let's go.
I aim to run him over with the carriage.
Yeah, keep going. Just drive it.
And we pause there.
Right. Okay.
As this strange monster has begun approaching you very quickly.
Human-sized, right?
Yes, it is a human. Or, well, it was a human.
Resembled something.
Can we?
There is one more thing
if
that
we
needs to be
recognise
done just before I close it off. Witold,
Yes.
you notice something very peculiar about this particular.
Well, other than the green slime and the hand.
Other than the green
screech,
slime and
yeah.
the fact that it's clearly a monster, you notice something else. If you go into your handouts section, you'll see a new note has appeared.
Handouts section. Is that the one with the
Journal entries. It looks like a scroll.
Oh yeah.
What's Whiffled noticed that the rest of us hasn't?
Oh, I felt this was coming to a close really early.
Well,
Yeah,
by all,
it seems really early.
by all, I know this man.
That was about like a 2.5 hour session.
Yeah, we started a bit late.
Yeah.
Quick, just slow down. I know this man. I know this man from home. What has he done?
It's a monster. It needs to die.
It's Rolf, though. Rolf, Hertis. He grew up with me. He was a bit of a rogue, but I guess we haven't got too much time to talk about it. So,
with that revelation, I have some experience to distribute.
Oh.
Oh wait,
Wow.
what told did you get your 10 experience from?
Oh yeah, did you get your 10 XP from earlier?
no.
Yeah, you've earned 10 experience from earlier in the session. You should add that to your sheet.
Yeah, don't worry, you're not special. We all did.
On top of some more that you're about to receive. Okay, so each of you now receives 30 experience. And on top of that, I'm taking a leaf out of the World of Darkness book. And there is going to be a vote between you for who you thought had the most interesting roleplay, and that person is going to receive some extra XP.
Oh, thanks, guys.
So I will start with Wundy. Don't vote for yourself, but you can vote for anyone, and whoever it is, if they get the most votes, they will get some bonus XP. If it's a tie, I'll choose.
I think Lauren was pretty good. I like what he was doing.
Okay. Lewis?
Antarius.
Okay. Quinn?
Can I vote for the DM?
No. I can't get XP.
Give me XP though. I go Antares actually, the womanizer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben?
I'm going to go with Lewis because I enjoyed the antics his dwarf got up to.
Okay. Cool. And Lexgrad?
I'll go Antarius as well. Yeah.
Right, looks like Antarius is a pretty clean winner there. So
Thanks,
Antarius,
guys.
you receive an extra 15.
I'm gonna use this XP for buying whores. Hell yeah, brother. Just you wait. I'm gonna be the king of harems over in Altdorf. I'm gonna have 50 wives.
So I have a bit of an ulterior motive in ending the session as early. I know that you guys are probably fairly eager to carry on, but I want to brush myself up on the combat rules because combat is about
We're
to
about
start.
to start a combat encounter.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we'll more than happily learn as we go along. I mean, unless
Same.
anyone has an issue with that, because I'd love to get into it a bit. I would love to do a bit more, really. Like, I feel like we've only done a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but it's like it was always. I always said that it was meant to run from 7 till 10.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Pretty sure that's what I said. Anyway, let me double check. Who did I last say it to? 1900. Oh, 1900 to 2230. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
You were 30 minutes.
You are
right?
20
Yeah, you've still got another 22 minutes. I'm shortchanging you.
30
Okay.
minutes.
Not just that as well. Your microphone was dead for 23 minutes. So
That's
like an extra
that's
hour
also
on
yeah.
top.
You've been shortchanged. That is true. Okay, okay, fair enough. All right. Well, you'll have to bear in mind we can push forward, but I'm not familiar with the combat rules, and it may go a bit slow. Okay.
That's fine with
alright
me.
with
It's up to
that.
everybody else. Obviously, I'm aware that at the moment me and Ben are in lockdown and not working in any way tomorrow. So I don't know how everyone else feels.
Well, I'm going to
It's Saturday
suggest
tomorrow anyway, so
Oh yeah.
I'm going to suggest like we can negotiate our way out of this problem, and the dwarf should be the one to go and talk to.
Listen, if we carry on, I'm 100%. We're either running that thing over or I'm attacking it. They're the two options. But
well, I'm the driver, so I'm running it over. So
yeah, it's more the fact of I don't want to impact everybody else's night if you've got shit planned tomorrow, etc. So
yeah, that's
be
fair.
carrying on if it's okay with. Liam said he's okay with it. So does everyone else fancy it, or should
it's
we?
okay with everybody else. I'm happy to continue. But
Yeah, crack on. Let's go.
Sweet.
I'm just.
Take it away, Liam. We're happy to go slow for the combat rules.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just. I don't actually have a combat map. Awkwardly. I'm just trying to find one that I can use. I could have sworn that I had some that I'd imported. Modules.
Well, now's the perfect opportunity to go for a sig and take a break, boys, which is what I'm doing. So.
sounds like a great idea.
Create scene.
So 5-minute break whilst Liam gets the map up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
That's fine. Just message me on the Discord or whatever. I'll have my phone with me.
Someone pin the link to like the rule book.
I can't remember the link. Liam posted it on his private Google Drive, but that's a while back in the original Discord in the
tell
chat.
you what, I'll just
So that's where you need to look for it. All right, I'm gonna jump off Discord now, but see you boys in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just upload them.
I'll tell you what, I'll save this image.
I've got it.
Download. Downloads folder. Images. File. Properties. It's 100 by 2100. Why are they so big? Oh, I see. There we go.
I like that application.
Why is that like not quite the right size? That's so annoying.
I'm back.
I think that'll do. Commit changes. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, fine.
Are you struggling with what we've thrown at you, Liam?
A little bit. No, it's alright. We're good. Da, 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 da. Whoops. Oh, I need to configure the vision.
Anything we can help you with there, Liam?
No, you good.
Does attacking a child is considered difficult?
Right.
Because it's small and hard to hit, I'm guessing.
Well, I mean, Skyrim's anything to go off of, it's impossible.
It's impossible, yeah.
Unless you get the mod.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Oh, we are now in a different map. Oh, look at those NPCs. Look at them, eh?
Like, who's that guy? Who's this guy? Right here. He's just swinging. He is having a good time.
Right. Okay.
So me and Whittled want to be at the very front, don't we? Because we're at the front of the carriage.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I've done.
I don't know if we want to be, but yes, where we are.
So I need
I
to
wanna
pull
be.
up. I just want to get the combat rules up.
I believe it's 156.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Timing. Okay. Determine surprise. GM determines if any characters are surprised. Only happens on the first round of combat. Okay. Nobody is surprised. Each combatant takes a turn in the initiative order, starting with the highest initiative.
So we're not doing the optional of rolling for it then.
I don't know. I'm reading.
That's your choice.
Act in initiative in order to join the route. With highest initiative acting first until all involved taking their turn. If you want us to work quickly at a table, have the players sit in initiative order. If multiple combatants have the same initiative, they act in that order from highest agility to the lowest. I think for now I'm going to keep it simple. We'll just work off of the actual initiative that you have. That's going to be the best way to do it. Do I get an initiative tracker on here?
Oh, dude, very handy if you do.
I would imagine that I should. Fucking Foundry VTT Warhammer. I think it's got a wiki. Yeah.
So probably the elf's got the highest initiative.
So if I hover over and click on somebody, right click them, move settings.
Oh, that's... I can see my stuff.
What are these? Initiative of 40. So can I... Advantage is tracked by the GM or the owner of the character, either on the character token or directly on its character sheet.
There's the combat tab to do that, isn't there?
No active... Oh, okay, so can I add an encounter? Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, add... Advantage has been cleaned for all tokens in the scene. Settings. Tracked resource. Choose an attribute to track. Initiative? Reset initiative. What the fuck? Okay. Create encounter. Begin combat. Round 1. What the fuck? So how do I, like, add people to...
I think we then roll.
So, right click toggle combat state. Toggle combat state.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, is that putting it in initiative order as well for us?
I think so.
And then I've got a dice button here. I'm guessing that's for roll initiative if you want to use that as a...
So, who is meant to have the highest initiative to make sure that it's working properly?
I'm guessing Antares?
I've got really shit. I'm really shit at agility, so I'm assuming.
No,
I'm
it's
in the right
not.
place.
It's not sorted by. Oh wait, roll initiative. Roll initiative. Roll initiative. Roll initiative. Roll initiative. Roll initiative. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Okay,
Oh.
makes sense for me.
All right, that'll do, I guess. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so what does that function do? Toggle visibility? Oh, okay, so that like hides you. Okay, so it's Antarius's turn.
Oh
So
no.
he's in the middle of the coach then. I take it either me or Whittle has shouted to the people that there's something in the road.
So you can hear some kind of shouting going on outside. It's up to you if you want to try and climb out of the wagon or if you want to stay inside.
I am a paupered prince. Do you think I'm leaving this fucking wagon? I kind of like. I try to like peek through the wagon and just kind of see what's going on. I'm just like,
Stole that rocket.
this doesn't concern me at all. But I just kind of can I hold my turn or my action until something more happens, or like do I have to?
Is there a hold action thing?
What are these ruffians doing on the roof?
We'll say that you can like delay your turn, and if you want to act at a point, you can say so. I don't know I'll have to look into what the actual rules are, but I don't want to be like waiting on it for ages. Okay, so we'll move on. So it is Rolf's turn, who is this freakish mutant who is launching himself at you with this dagger. Alarmingly, he seems to have been able to literally jump onto the front of the wagon, like some kind of animal.
Oh, so he's actually on the wagon.
He is now jumping up onto the wagon, yes.
Okay,
On the
so that's
roof
how
or on the
combat
front where the
started.
drivers are?
On the front where the drivers are. And he's trying to stab Whittled.
Okay, how's this work?
I'm banging on the roof of the car. I go, what are you doing out there? What's all that ruckus?
So Antares heard something landing on the car then? to
Yeah.
start combat.
Like obviously now there's like, what the fuck is going on? Because I'm pretty sure I could probably see you guys being attacked at this point.
Is there no way for me to like access the character sheet off of that? Oh, I double click. Cool, okay. So what's combat aware? I can ignore surprise. Okay, that's interesting. Fear rating. Subject of fear. Oh, invoke fear. Okay.
I love the brain effect.
Rotting flesh. Okay. Alright, so he is going to attempt a melee basic attack against Whittled.
Hang on, is the monster attacking first?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his turn.
Ahead of us in initiative.
Oh, he beat us in initiative. Okay, I didn't see that.
If you click on the combat fist logo at the top of the screen, it goes to the
Yes,
order.
I see that. I was looking at the wrong screen. Thank you.
Yeah, so Antarius got his turn first, now it's changed.
I'm reading that as Rolf Harris. I can't stop myself from reading
Oh, now
that
you
as-
mention it.
So how does that
Or is it
work?
okay?
How do I record this?
So he's rolled a marginal success. He's targeted you. How do I make him roll damage? Oh, okay. Right click and I can apply damage. Okay.
Isn't it a competition test? So...
It's already done that. Look,
Yeah, it's done it for him.
Oh, okay.
it's already made a opposed check. It says that he got a marginal success. Opposed test? What's that? It's not an opposed test. Never mind. I don't know what that's about.
So the damage it does should be a set standard. It's just
Applied damage? Error, no damage values. Ensure the attacker is using a damage-causing item.
They have to have their weapon equipped.
Oh, is he not? Oh god, how do I make him
still
equip
should
his
do-
weapon?
if you go to the character sheet for it, on the.
It says that he's got his dagger equipped. Oh wait, I think I see. Okay, right. Bin that. Right, okay. Hang on. Skill... Combat... What the why is it now not targeting? Right, so target. Oh my god. Right, roll. Oh, okay, right, so Rolf Hertus is targeting Witold Holsteiner, and now I think Witold needs to... Have you got a prompt or anything?
Nothing's come up.
Okay, do you have anything that you can, like, click on? Or if you right-click in the combat log? Perhaps there's a little icon on the right-hand side of the weapon test that looks like 2 arrows.
No.
If I click that... Any change?
No.
How the fuck does this work?
If you click on your character icon, what happens? Because before combat was started, icons appeared when I clicked on mine. Does anything appear when you click on yours?
No. I can share screen.
Try double right click and you get toggle combat state. I'm not sure if that will help. Double right click.
He's already got his combat state on.
Oh, okay.
I'll ask in the. I'm gonna ask in the Discord here. This is why. I was like, but okay.
It's probably easier to learn it as we're doing it than.
Yeah, that's it. It's better for us all to learn together.
Because we also need to learn this as well. Rolf Hara started an opposed test. That sounds. Also, I don't know if it makes a difference, but Lexgrad and Lewis haven't assigned their characters to their player name yet.
What?
So if you look at the players box in the bottom left, you can see that Lewis and Lexgrad haven't.
Well, at any rate, I think what I'll do is I'll stop the recording here, because this is just going to be mostly just figuring out how the hell these mechanics even work. So, yeah, up until this point, it'll be available on YouTube in a bit.